Okay, it's not rocket surgery. Oricorio EX accelerates all the fire energy from hand if you have a Mega Evolution Pokemon EX, the fire type, in play. Mega Camerupt just so happens to be a Mega Evolved fire type that you can put into play. So previously, you just focused on roasting feet, so you burned their active, did 240 for a single energy, and then got disappointed because it didn't do enough damage. So today we're focusing on Volcanic Meteor. You still play Ignition Energy because you have to discard the 2, so Volcanic Meteor, it still wants to use Ignition Energy. God, that's dumb. Okay, so I built a bunch of different lists. I have, like, a Torkoal build, which is this one. Don't worry about the Heatmore. I was just like, let's just put a random card in here that maybe does something, but probably doesn't, that no one knows about. But yeah, so this one has Torkoal, Reshiram, Moltres, Chi-Yu, just a couple backup attackers, the new Reshiram. So I have a bunch of different lists. I got Dangerous Laser in one of them. Don't ask me why. Do I have 2 superiors in here? Hang on, I have a Night Stretcher, a Super Rod. I should probably have 2 superiors in this list. So let's cut the Night Stretcher and go for, I guess. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough stream. I don't think we're gonna win a ton of games, but we should be able to get a video. And this is the first one we're playing. We want to go first. Lonely Island because it burns their active. Storm V-Star. I wonder if their first name is Auroral. All right, so Storm V-Star. We want to go first if we win the coin flip. We did not win the coin flip, but maybe they'll let us go first anyway. And no, you don't want the toes to get burned. No, Super Smash Kart, there isn't a new hump. I mean, I enjoy humping new people. And Gorgoroth, that's okay. I know you'll gift 100 subs and you'll be right back to it. Oh, that's interesting. All right, well, I think we just start these guys and just pass. That's what the butter and the ice cream is for. Yes, you're right. I don't like burnt toes. Unless someone asks me to suck on them to make the pain go away, then it's okay. And the Balloon Festival is still going on. So I think the Balloon Festival goes until like January 1st, but the daily bundles are, oh, there we go. But the daily bundles are done. So that's the issue. Yeah, but there's no jumbo ice cream in this deck, though I guess that could technically work. Are you here? Are you here? There we go. Oh, it's we still don't know. This could still be Golden Go, because Golden Go does play with the dong, but most likely I would say it's going to be oh, it's Armarouge. Okay, so we probably still lose the game. Or it's not Cerulege. God, Armarouge, because I was thinking about Armarouge earlier when I was looking at, decks to play and what I'm doing. I can win if they don't have a crazy turn, too. That's what it is. Or, sorry, a crazy turn 1. Let me guess. They're going to go for their Squawk and have an even crazier turn? Oh, they're going for a Cerulege. Okay, so... That's an interesting decision. Okay. Very, very interesting decisions my opponent has made. This is Trixie, a little bit Trixie Mattel here. All right, so I know they have a Cerulege in their hand. They went and got it with Ultra Ball. They preemptively got it. So it's tough to say exactly what I should do here. That is interesting. Unfortunately, I don't think Squawkabilly is going to be playing a part here. How the hell did we not get an energy? That is absolutely insane that we got 0 energy off of that. Seriously? We got 0 energy off of that? All right, so we'll play with our balls. We have to go and get Volcanion. And then the strat next turn is just hope they knock out the Tatsugiri, I guess. We don't have much of a strat. The problem is that I'm just sort of leading them into this, right? So we have Turo Scenario. We're going to get that just preemptively. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. Right? The fact that they have the Char Cadet in the active is good because it appears to show that we're going to be fine. But this is one of the issues with the deck is you take out the Magmortar, so you can't do enough damage with Roasting Feet. So Oricorio, it helps you use Volcanic Meteor, but the Magmortar helps you, do more damage with Roasting Heat. And Gordroth, when will I learn with the Tatsugiri? Well, I needed somebody, okay? I needed a basic to help me out here. And I decided on Tatsugiri. All right, so I go up with the Volcanion. We have Reshiram to take KOs, but this is just not a... I mean, you're going to hear me say this a lot. This is not a good matchup. You're going to hear me say it quite a bit today. This is not a good matchup. All right, so we have to go and get several things here. Yeah, we have to do many, many things. Hey, we got an energy. What a shock. Okay, so let's do that. I'll put you down. I need to put Oricorio. So Oricorio and Pheasantipity have to be in play essentially to make this work. And I can knock out the Ceruledge if the burn sticks. If the burn sticks... what the hell is this crap? PDCGL is the best. I play exactly 3. I play exactly 3 Ignition Energy. So just, hey, how about if we got all of them? All right, well, I can knock out a fresh Ceruledge. Tails. Hey, okay, so they have to switch. They have to get a switch card here, or they just, hit into my Mega Camerupt and hope. Teal Masked Ogerpon is one of the decks this can beat, but I would just attack with Moltres in that situation. All right, they have to get an air balloon because a jet energy won't do it. They have to get an air balloon or a Turo or a switch. And remember, I have to be very careful that we don't do the bad thing. The bad thing, of course, is activating Briar. So if we get them to a Briar turn, that's bad. The good thing is if I take this knockout on the Ceruledge between turns with Burn, and then we get a Bosses or a Prime Catcher or something playable off the top, and then I Volcanic Meteor the Ceruledge, and then we do the thing, because I think it's almost impossible. Oh, they're just going to hard retreat? Oh. That's totally fine. That's better than fine. All right. Well, is there a good option for us now? Because I have to assume... oh, man. I have to assume... oh, yeah. Literally the next... never gonna let me down. I think that's the response to the video right there, is just an immediate into Pheasantipity play. Okay, so we have the Tatsugiri. There's no point in burn. I don't think there's any point in doing anything other than just Volcanic Meteor and take the KO. But that was a very smart decision by them. Oh yeah, I probably should do the don't show me that again thing, because they're just building up their discard pile. They can definitely take their time here. It's not like they have to go super duper crazy and they'll be totally, totally fine. It's not like, oh man, I have to do a million things all at once if I want to win this game. It's like, no, they can just kind of sit back and take 2 knockouts to win. I have to take 4 knockouts essentially to win the game, because that's 1 Lunatone, and then I'll have to knock out, 3 Ceruledge or 2 Ceruledge and a Pheasantipity. What I can do is knock out this Ceruledge with burn between turns and send up someone useless, like oh, I can't really send up a side. I mean, I guess I could send up a Mega Camerupt and be like, you can't knock that out. But they only need, what, 17 energy in the discard? 16 energy, I think? Because 16, yeah, they need 16 energy if I can't find my Defiance Band. And I guess this is a go for the Volcanion. Oh, they're going for Fez. Okay. It's almost like they know that I have a dead hand or something, even though I lilied into 8 cards. Even though I lilied for 8 and then got a top deck and a prize, it's like they know that I'm failing miserably. Okay. So this still makes things a bit awkward. But if I knock them out with burn, Fezandipity doesn't activate. And I can potentially skip... What? Okay, was not expecting that. Okay, yeah, I guess I just... So I have a couple options. No, I can definitely lose. Don't you tempt me. I can definitely lose this game. Don't you tempt me. So let's go attach to you. The question is, do I use the switch? Because if I use the switch, I can go into a Mega Camerupt and assume that they just can't get 16 energy in the discard pile, even though their hand is pretty stacked right now. Or I can just go into the Mole Trace, and that seems like the better option. I think going into the Mole Trace is the best option. Super Smash card? Oh no, there is Fire Breather. Don't you worry, there is Fire Breather in the deck, but of course I prized it, and both of my test games, I prized Defiance Band both times. And we also prized a ton of energy. And also, I can't find any of my Oricorio. But this was all part of the strat, so I can just go... If they knock out anybody, I can essentially just go Ignition Energy, Volcanic Meteor, and win the game. And we're going to skip the Briar turn. Though, if they have Briar and they think they can make it happen, what they'll do is they'll knock out the Mole Trace and then try to Briar a Mega Camerupt, but I think... Oh, they didn't Rage Quit. Okay, good. And yeah, Nick, we got the Volcanion, so that was the whole thing. Because it was between turns, Fezandipity won't activate. But yeah, Super Smash card. I put Fire Breather in the deck. Every single version has at least one. Some have two. And you'll never guess, I have yet to see Fire Breather a single time in all of my test games. Because it's just like Dawn, right? It's just like Dawn, where nothing goes the way it should. All right, Abysmal Flames, great. I thought they were going to have a crazier turn, but I guess they realized Fezandipity can't do anything. Okay, so that is a potential GG here. And we got the Rigid Band. Oh god, this band makes me so rigid. Oh man, it's like listening to Weezer the first time. It made me so rigid. Get it? Because it's like rigid band. Get it? Get it? Like it's a band, like a concert thingy. Okay, so Psyduck, Tatsugiri, Defiance. I want to put the Defiance Band into play. And then I guess I should also put the Ursa Luna down. Because again, everyone has free retreat. And then we go Volcanic Meteor. So they have to Iono me. But the thing is, if they Iono me, thank you, then they can't use like Carmine or something. And Carmine is how they're going to knock out a Mega Camerupt. And I know that they made a misplay. But, you know, PDCGL also prized all my energy and a gravity and my only gravity mountain and the bosses. And I haven't... Have I even used a Gust card this game? So you might say, oh, but your opponent misplayed. Yeah, well, PDCGL always misplays for me as well. And I do like the triple Ignition. So I was thinking, you know, how many different ways can you play this deck? Ignition Energy is very good. But the thing I had to wrestle with was, is Oricorio Ignition Energy to use Volcanic Meteor better than just having like 4 Mela in the deck? Right, because if you put 4 Mela in the deck and like 4 Ignition Energy, that's the same thing, and you don't need an Oricorio. So it's like, yeah, Oricorio opens up a whole new world of possibilities, but I mean, do you really need the Oricorio? We're gonna test out the Torkoal build, just so Mega Camerupt sits in the cuck chair and just kind of watches as Oricorio has its way with everybody else. The humps are not erupting quite yet. Just because you can't. Hey, I have to come up with new ideas for videos, okay? Somebody out there might have asked the question, hey, does Oricorio work with Mega Camerupt? And is there any basic fire megas that exist? Because remember, Oricorio works with any fire Mega Pokemon. It says Mega Evolution, but it doesn't have to be an evolution. So is there any basic fire type? Yeah, I didn't think there was. I see no Oricorio. Well, there's 2 in the deck, and I also haven't really done much in the supporter realm. I've played 2 Lilies. Mega, no, I don't think there's a Mega Heatran. But yeah, I was trying to remember, is there any fire type Mega? And I was like, I don't think there is. There's 2 different Charizard. They're probably going to give us a Mega Charizard Z or whatever. Did they not use a supporter? Did they forget to put supporters in their deck? They literally, I mean, they did do the thing. So if you're wondering, did they put supporters in their deck? Well, Pyroar's an evolution. And then there's all of my Gust cards. All the Gust cards. And they did take a KO, so their oopsie cost them the... Okay. Oh, is Heatran going to get a Mega in the DLC? That'd be pretty good. Because then, if we get a Mega Heatran, then Oricorio becomes absolutely insane. And you won't have to use the Emboar. So there you go. All you have to do to win with Camerupt EX, Mega Camerupt, and Oricorio is never put an Oricorio into play and hope your opponent never attacks. Though, to be fair, they wouldn't have taken a knockout that turn. Right? Oh no, they had the Pheasantipity in the active, so they would have taken a knockout that turn, and I never saw an Ino, but we take those. All right, so that was the Squawkabilly build against the Rulage. I will leave a note, you know, in case we have a couple good games, I'll leave a note. They misplayed. They misplayed, and it cost them the game. But hey, I've been there before. I've misplayed, you know, I've been greedy before. Iodante. I wonder if they're ready for this Inferno. I wonder if Dante is ready for this Inferno. No. Mega Groudon would probably be a fighting type. Did I even use... No, the Squawk we didn't use. We didn't use Fire Breather. We didn't use Oricorio because PDCGL never did it for us. It's meant to be Zero, Aura, Heatran, and Darkrai. Yeah, if it's going to be Steel type, that's going to suck. Never gonna let me down. Damn straight. Okay, so this is... See, we got the Fire Breather, and this is a terrible time to have it in my hand. Oh, no. What world have we stepped into? Is this PDCGL's revenge? They heard me bad-mouthing this Koraidon? So is this... Wait, is this just like Ursaluna? I have no idea what we're facing, but I feel like this is Ursaluna. And if you're wondering, no, I do not play Precious Trolley. So yes, Precious Trolley would make a little bit of sense, but I don't have it in here. All right, so we could go Bombardier, or we can just have Latias. And I think it's just a Latias play, so we go into you. I'm going to attract some customers. Never mind. God, Totsadiri is the worst card ever printed. Okay. In this situation, I think I just attach, take the damage, we retreat, we call for family. I really like this Nummel for the call for family attack. And then I think I just need another Nummel and a Volcanion, and that's it. And I put the Bombardier in here. Yeah, if I was gonna... I think it's gonna be Baby Ursaluna. I don't think it's gonna be Okidogi. I think it's gonna be Ursaluna. And my sequencing is spot on. Well, the whole point of this deck is you go first. But everyone today is choosing to go first themselves, and that makes me very sad. You know, I'm the one who's supposed to go first. But I would... Okay, I'll take that. That's fine. I would assume this is Baby Blood Moon because they just attach an energy to the Koraidon EX. They use Splitting Beam. They set up a... You know, they put a little bit of damage into play. But I don't feel like it's worth it to play the Koraidon just for that. And Super Smash Kart, my poll is ready for humping if that's what you're asking. Totsadiri is better than Lumineon? No, Lumineon is better because it was guaranteed. It was freaking teed. Okay, so we can definitely lose this game. I can absolutely lose this game. And also, Calamitous Snowy Mountain is terrible for this deck because I'm just going to put so much damage on my own Pokemon. All right, well, I guess we'll be a little greedy and we'll go Lilies and hope we get Mega Camerupt and Ignition Energy, because if I get... Son of a gun. Okay, I guess it's just retreat into the Volcanion, attach the fire, and then Scalding Steam. Yes, I know we're taking more damage, and maybe they have like a de-evolution, but I think if they have a de-evolution, that's fine. Oh yeah, it doesn't end my turn. I think if they have a de-evolution, that's fine, because then they just take like 2 KOs and that's whatever. You know, they take 2 prizes instead of 3. But, you know, of course, the one card that's this deck's weakness is a Calamitous Snowy Mountain, because Oricorio accelerates from the hand. Calamitous Snowy Mountain's terrible. I think the only stadium that I play is Gravitity Mountain. But if I can just, you know, if they just keep slapping down weak Pokemon like Koraidon EX, yeah, I said it. I said it, Pokemon Company. You failed miserably with all your Koraidon. Even the first one that came out that we tried to make work wasn't good. Yeah, you can accelerate 2 energy into play, but you have to go first, and you have to get energy into play. And I will revisit it. But, you know, I can't do an EX challenge. I've looked at the logistics. I can't do an EX challenge because there's nothing special about them. Right? You look at this guy. This is a G block card. And because burn is 20 instead of 10. So burn is 20, poison is 10. So it's just to differentiate it slightly. Well, we're losing a Nummel. But like, this is a G block card and it does 230, but it also punches itself in the face. And unlike the Miraidon, which has access to Electric Generator, this doesn't have access to that. So you have to use either Mega Lucario. Yeah, see ya, Nummel. You have to use Mega Lucario or the other Koraidon EX to power it up. All right, well, we're knocking the dude out. If I mean, I have Arven, I have Mega Signal in the deck. There's no way I can finagle this, right? God, imagine getting cooked by a Koraidon EX, and not even the good one, if there is one. All right, well, here we go. So I have Fire Breather, but this is you know, this is PDCGL in a nutshell here. It's like, hey, we're gonna give you the card that you want, but you can't use it because you would activate Calamitous Snowy Mountain and knock out your own Pokemon. That would be terrible. Okay, so we go Arven for Mega Signal, and I guess just Rigid Band. So Mega Signal for a Mega Camerupt. Rigid Band. I mean, it's not gonna do too much, especially if they do have the baby Blood Moon. Then we're just hugely screwed here. All right, then Roasting Feet, take the KO. If all they do is attack with their Solrock, then we should be okay. Because that'll be 3 prizes. I can INO them if I need to. There's another Nummel. There's an energy. All the Koraidons are good in your heart. They are not. But if they just slap a baby Blood Moon, so that does 100 plus 30 for each damage counter on your opponent's active. So that's 280, which would be a knockout, but Rigid Band would allow me to survive. And the Monkey Dory would only do 20. Or no, sorry, the baby Blood Moon would get 40 damage on it, plus another 10. So it would actually knock out my Mega Camerupt. Yeah, because they would put the extra damage on the Mega Camerupt and then just take the knockout with the added damage. So if they had a brain fart and didn't use Monkey Dory, they would come up short by 10 if they only put the 20. But no, because then you add the 20. Oh, this is bad. Wait, what? Interesting. Because again, if all they do is punch me in the hump me for 70, or if they just knock out the Tatsugiri, then all I do is go for their Fez and win the game. But this is a bit of a very awkward hand because I don't have what I need. Right? I would need Prime Catcher, I would need bosses, but I don't have either of those. I used Arven to get Mega Signal because we know that PDCGL can't be trusted. I can't play with my balls. So I guess the strategy is we send up the Tatsugiri, hope that I get an Arven or a bosses. I retreat into the Volcanion. And yeah, this, I don't know what this is, but I don't think this is Baby Blood Moon. I have no idea what my opponent is playing. All I know is that they're playing very slow, so they will not be. You don't deserve to be in the gameplay video. This is not Devil May Cry, Dante. You don't get to be the star of this show. And Scorpion, welcome in. Okay, so the Tatsugiri is getting bodied, so that changes that immensely. Yeah, I kind of forgot about the counter catcher. All right, so we have no good options available to us now. It's just, hey, I do have this, like, a just Solrock deck ready to go that I just never got to during the Mega Evolution era. Oh my goodness. Okay, the Moltres doesn't really do anything in this matchup. I guess what I do is, yeah, let's go Ignition Energy on you. Maybe I can Iono into something. Maybe we can Iono into our Prime Catcher or our Pheasantipity. Pilot may try. Exactly. Well, we got not even anything remotely close. We got nothing remotely close to what we needed. Okay, so yeah, let's just Volcanic Meteor. Take the KO, get rid of the Ignition. I refuse to not show that again. And, like, I understand that Precious that would explain why we couldn't get a Pheasantipity. Oh, man, that would explain it. Yeah, if there's ever a comment on a YouTube video about someone complaining, just be like, just go watch a full stream. Go watch a full stream and tell me that Pilot's luck is the same as everyone else's. You know, Pilot's client is different. He's got the day one client that is still broken. Everyone else is playing the new client. And Scorpion the Demon, thank you for the gifted subs. Cockavalo, Quackavalo, Colt of Wrath, and not Kumal Nanjiami, thank you. What did just, oh, there it is. So they do have the Baby Blood Moon. But now they have now they have no damage in play until they do the Blood Moon, but they have to retreat the monkey. So then they have to get an energy. But Scorpion, we're 2 away from 100. So if we can stay at that triple digit mark, I will do an Among Us game. You know, I'll do an Among Us stream, quote unquote, full stream. Oh yeah, full 7-hour, 12-hour stream focused on Among Us EX. But yeah, we just gotta hover around that 100 mark, and then I'll play Among Us. I'll do it. Don't you tempt me. I will do it. So, yeah, the Fungus Among Us. No, but, like, it's gonna be, like, there's nothing good about it. Like, Among Us EX is terrible. It's the worst card ever printed. All right, maybe they don't know how to do math and they won't put damage on the Camerupt and they'll think they just have it like that when they actually don't because they don't know about Rigid Band. Zod, no, I will actually play Amoongus EX. It's just, it's going to be a disaster because the card is a disaster. All right, so yeah, this was Baby Blood Moon. And Toilet Bowlfish, it's an old Pikachu. It's not a new Pikachu. It's a reprint of an old Pikachu. That's why it still has the H in the bottom left. So it's not the new Pikachu EX, it's the old Pikachu EX. But it's just a new art. All right, well, we got absolutely sauced by Koraidon EX. Mere days, 2 days after badmouthing it. And Gorgoroth, thank you for gifting a sub. Okay, we have to Fez into an Ino. That's it. If we can Fez into an Ino, we can still lose the game. And then we finally get the Gravitity Mountain. Way too late, but we got it. Okay, you're gonna give me exactly what I need. Hey, you actually did. Okay, can I win this game, though? So you resist fighting. But that doesn't seem very good. All right, so let's do Scalding Steam. I think I put... Yeah, oh, but you have damage on you. That's gonna be not good. But you have damage on you. Why do you have damage on you? Why can't you be better? All right, let's just go Ino. I have to get a Nummel. Well, we got absolutely nothing. I needed a Nummel, and we got literally nothing. So I have to retreat into the Latias and end turn. What do you mean low key? High key, I'm cooked. High key, I am cooked. You know, if I had Moltres and Defiance Band, we'd still lose the game. Oh no, they can Iron Bundle. Oh, and that's a Darkness Energy, so they got it. Wait, they got a Fighting. Why didn't they just get the Darkness? Why didn't they just get the... Whatever, I'll concede. We lost this one. Yeah, never gonna let me down. If I knew how to master that strategy, I wouldn't lose nearly as much because of dead draws. Okay, the stream will not end until I go first with this deck. That's a promise, Mr. Frodo. The stream will not end until Trust Your Pilot goes first with this deck. Alright, so it seems my opponent is into role-playing, just like I am. Last night I role-played that I was Chris Pratt's character in Passengers. And Mistress Paddlebottom was Jennifer Lawrence. And you know, I was just less creepy. So that was the thing, you know, it made sense. Like, she was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy." But no, like, she was a, and the ER, I have to decline, because oh, of course. I have to decline. Wow, okay, this is a good start, except for the fact that it's bad. We didn't get the Squawkabilly. And Scully, because someone gifted you a sub? What do you mean, why are you sub? Because someone gifted you a sub. Well, now I have a very tough decision. I think we just go for it, right? And the ER, yeah, I don't know if you misclicked, but unfortunately, I could not do the thingy thing. So, if I go for Squawkabilly, we jam up our bench here. But that will help me potentially win the game. Let's just go for it, right? I put Squawkabilly, I put Bombardier in the deck. let's just go for it. You know, I did all the things. Let's just go for it. Let's have the best turn possible. Who cares about the future? The future is for nerds. Okay, so we'll go Fast Carrier. I want a Latias, Volcanion, and I guess Oricorio. Because if I can just put all my energy into play right away, then we're going to be totally fine. Though, it's going to be a little rough because I don't have my Defiance Band. This is literally the third game I've prized the Defiance Band out of the last 4 that I've played, you know, on testing. So Defiance Band always seems to be prized, and that's the only way that I can knock out the Mega Sharpedo with a Camerupt. So that's a little awkward. And, the Bombardier, I was just like, hey, what if we just put a Bombardier in the deck for funsies? Unfortunately, it can't really do much. Like, I can manually attach to it twice more and then use Shadowy Wind, which is when you fart so hard that it creates a shadow. But that's about it. Ooh, okay. So then in this situation, I think I go for Scorching Cyclone and just knock out the Toxel. And then they don't have a lot going on. So that is the new strat, is we just try to get all the things. Oh, they've made a terrible, terrible mistake. They don't think I can knock out that. Okay, well, they might be right. All right, so let's go for Mega Signal. Do I have an Earthen Vessel in the deck? I do. Okay, so Fire Breather, you're, like I said in every single preview video, until Earthen Vessel rotates, Fire Breather isn't very good. Like, what's the point of, what's your purpose? There isn't really much of one. So we go Mega Camerupt, Arvin. We go for Earthen Vessel and Rigid Band. And then okay, so you can knock out the Petulant. And you're about the only one who can. So I guess I get rid of the Nummel, because I don't think they can, oh, hello. I don't think they can one-shot a Mega Camerupt. I'm fairly confident that my Mega Camerupt is going to survive. And Gordroth, oh yeah, I'm doing the preview right now. I'm writing up the preview for it. This is a crazy rotation. All right, so yeah, we'll go Scorching Cyclone. I think I just put it on the Bombardier. Because the sooner I can get the Bombardier off the field, the better it is for everyone. And the reason you put Air Balloon in the deck is just in case you prize your Latias. And that's it. Yeah, rotation's going to be crazy. I'm going to do a top 10 list. So that's what's going to happen this month, is a top 10 list. And then once we know more about the first set next year, once we know about Perfect Order, once they officially confirm the rotation date, that's when we'll do it. But yeah, let me just, let me read off just some of the cards in my top, like, that I'm going to have to narrow down. So like, this is my current list of cards that I'm going to pick through for top 10. Well, Judge is in there. Don't worry about Judge. But Gardevoir EX, Charizard EX, Mew EX, Squawkabilly, Pidgeot, Goldengo, Mimikyu, Cleffa, Brute Bonnet, Iono, Arvin, Research, Judge, Earthen Vessel, Nestball, Countercatcher, Super Rod, Superior Energy Retrieval, TM Evolution, TM Turbo Energize, TM De-Evolution, Artisan, Luminous Energy, Reversal Energy, and Jet Energy. So like all of those except Judge could be in the top 10. It's just about I have to pick the top 10. And Scorpion, absolutely. So many staples are leaving. It's crazy. I have to take like 25 cards and pick 10. Yeah, the only good special energy is going to be Prism and whatchamacallit, Ignition. Yeah, like losing Nestball and having Pokepad as the replacement isn't, it's a little greedy. Okay, so I can't knock out the Mega Sharpedo. Oh, they don't realize that I'm a huge pedo. Okay, so they're taking 30 more. So, oh no, I think I'll be just short, right? I'll be just short of a KO. All right, well, believe it or not, in this situation, I believe the Iono is the correct call. Because again, Lily's is just a shuffle draw 6. And I might get the same hand. At least Iono increases my chances. And it did not. It did You did absolutely nothing. You have angered me more than you can possibly know. All right, so we have to go into the Squawkabilly. Like, remember when I Iono'd into like 4 Ignition Energy last game? And then we couldn't get any energy this game? All right, so we do knock out the Mega Sharpedo. So, yeah, this is bad, but the fact that we're facing another Mega deck is good. And Poison goes away. Yeah, we lose the Brute Bonnet. But hey, what do you mean Poison goes away? We still have Dangerous Laser. You son of a gun. You can suck my butt. And I had to take out the Tool Scrapper to make room for some of the other spicy cards. Like, there's other lists that have Tool Scrapper in them. Not this one. Well, I know, but it's like it's still a card you can play. All right, so I want to, I guess, in this situation, just like bosses the Fez. Well, maybe they'll whiff an energy. Maybe they won't get an energy in this situation somehow. Okay, they got it. I mean, I have a couple options because again, I don't think they can knock out my Mega Sharp or my Mega Camerupt because they have to attach to their Mega Sharpedo. You know, if they attach one energy to a Monkey Dory, that's not going to do it for them. Oh, wait, what? Why? Wait, what? Interesting. You know, on hump day, if you're not using your subjugating chains, you're not having a good enough time. Okay, very strange. But of course, you may recall that I have an unplayable hand. So, you know, we already used our earthen vessel. Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. This is another fantastic hand. All right, do I have an energy in the discard pile? Of course not. Do I have anything that I can use? No. Oh, PDCGL, never change. Never change, PDCGL. You're my favorite game in the world. All right, well, let's play with our balls, I guess. So we should, in this situation, I guess we go get the Ursa Luna. And so they're going to do 110. That's not enough to knock out my Volcanion. So I think we just do the thing. And then if they knock out Volcanion, oh well, I lose the game. What? Who cares? Okay, so they're healed. So yeah, we lose the game now. God, you know, yeah, the Tool Scrapper, the fact that we prized a bunch of energy, I think we've only prized like 2, but still. I choose to believe that PDCGL cost us this game. But what can I do here? Okay, so we have the Oricorio. Remember, the Oricorio can fully power up a Camerupt. I can do 280 damage this turn if I really want to. And, oh, they went for the monkey play. Oh, so they're just going to try to knock out my Squawkabilly and slowly melt everyone away. If I had a playable hand, that would be a terrible strategy. But they know who they're facing. They know that they're facing Trust Your Pilot, and just look at my board position. You know, I had a hand of 3 supporters and a couple dead cards, so I Ionode, which was the correct call, and then I got nothing. It was fantastic. And then for multiple turns in a row, I've also had nothing. Again, that's fantastic. All right, so yeah, the Squawkabilly's not long for this world. They'll not... Wait, what? You're just... But you're 10 short, right? I believe they're 10 short. So if I just top deck an energy, then that's good. So I think they're just trying to set themselves up for a really good turn. But of course, we did not top deck an energy. That would require PDCGL to not hate me. Yar, that would require PDCGL to not suck a butt. Yar. All right, so let's, yeah, I guess we just retreat into the Squawkabilly in case they try to make some things happen. Okay, so Bombardier is actually going to end up costing us this game, and that's awesome. Love that. All right, so if I can just find, like, even if I find an Ino, they have Zoroark and Phasandipity. And King Super Smacks, things are going horribly over here. We're going to not play the Squawkabilly Bombardier build anymore, because clearly this one's cursed. You know, I think I built a good deck. Oh, and they got the Turo scenario. Wait, which one? What? Okay. Interesting. Are you going for a Carvana? You're going for a Toxel. Okay. So if they have an Ino in their hand, then they're going to Ino first, then use Monkey Dory to take more prizes. But I mean, with a 12-card hand, an Ino doesn't seem great. And they might have used a supporter if I haven't been... Oh, yeah, they used Tourist Scenario. So they won't use Ino. What? Do they have a counter catcher? No, because counter catcher won't do it. Okay. I am very confused right now, and a little turned on as always, but more confused at this exact moment. Okay, I can still win even with PDCGL hating my face. We just need to find an INO, because that would get rid of their Pheasantipity. Okay. So we can still do this. It is still possible for us to win. But I would have to, like, knock out the Peturunt. And there's a Lilies. That's not good. Okay, let's go Pheasantipity for 3. See what happens. Nothing good ever happens after 3 a.m. So there's a Nest Ball. Yeah, we got nothing. We got hosed again. PDCGL decided that I didn't put the lotion in the basket and I needed the hose again. All right, so let's go Oricorio and Energy. Superior wouldn't do it. So it literally just has to be a Lilies. So let's go Air Balloon. Yeah, I really thought I'd find an Energy. You know, that was my downfall. Ooh, we got it. We didn't get the INO, so they're obviously going to win this game. But we do knock out their Sharpedo. That's something. That's a moral victory. You know, moral victories are my favorite kind of victories. Well, I mean, oral victories are my favorite, but moral are my second. All right, and again, I refuse to get rid of that. So that's a perfect KO. And then we get our 3 prizes, and then all they do is attach boss's game. And again, you see me complain about this game all the time. Did you see what my prizes were? Yeah, bosses. Okay, that seems a little unnecessary to... You already have a damage counter. This seems highly unnecessary. Oh, they literally don't have the energy? That seems... impossible. Okay, this is... I feel like they have an energy in their hand, right? A 15-card hand, and you only have, like... You're only showing 3 energy. Well, yeah, obviously they had an energy somewhere. Okay, so this is just the strict Volcanion build. We want to go second. We want to start the Nummel. What? Arresco? Scobadoc? Arrescobadoc? Scobadoc? Yeah, I think... The BM was them putting down the Monkey Dory and going up with the Peturunt, but maybe they didn't have an energy somehow. But, like, that's still... The putting down the Monkey Dory, that was definitely a BM. My one-ofs. I have 1 Fire Breather. I might actually have 2. But I have either 1 or 2 of these Fire Breathers, so of course we get them in the Mulligan hand. Guess what won't be in the hand we actually end up having to keep? Oh, would you look at that? What a shock! We don't have anything good. Who could have foreseen such a thing? Who could have foreseen that our perfect starting hand turned into this? Who could have guessed? 'Twas not I. Again, like, I cut the Precious Trolley because I didn't want to rely on Precious Trolley because, like, you have Nummel. You don't mind them taking a knockout. And it's like you have so much draw, you have so much things. There's, you know, you don't have to burn them. There's not much you can do turn 1 anyway. But I guess if you play Precious Trolley and you go first, you can, you know, have the Volcanion just sort of sitting there in the active, burn their active, and kind of make it work. This is a very winnable matchup for us because Zoroark has exactly 280 hit points. The question is, how do I win this game? So I have... There's an Oricorio. Do we have a air balloon? We have an air balloon. We have jet energy. We only have one ignition. Oh, we have one in our hand. Okay. My rigid band is terrestrializing. That's cool. So I think I go nest ball and air balloon. Well, actually, I mean, I could just attach the energy, or I can, put Latias down or go for another Nummel. Huh. Or I put Volcanion down. There's many things we can do here. I think I'm just going to go for the Nummel, because how many Camerupt do I have? I have 1. I could also call for family, but I also don't have anything good happening next turn, which is a bit of a problem. All right, so let's go Tatsugiri. If I can just find my one of, will this actually work? Oh my God, every time. It's literally like clockwork. You cannot make this up. How many times I whiff a Tatsugiri? Oh my God. It's literally every time. All right, well, that's fine. Yup. Okay. Well, Scorpion, you know what this life is like. The life of a liver. A TCG liver. All right, can I get a fire energy or something? That'd be cool. I mean, I guess I should. I mean, when else am I gonna... I mean, I guess I could bring up the Psyduck, but I assume this is the correct call. Okay. If I Nummel... No, because I don't know if they're going to take a knockout. I believe in you. The first time you failed me, the second time you'll succeed. See, I told you. You fail me once, shame on you. Fail me twice, shaming on me. Okay. Because I know how we can win this matchup. And Lost Island, exactly. As long as they don't have a Hero's Cape, we win this game. Because Zoroark has 280 hit points. It can't one-shot anybody until Zekrom comes out. And yeah, there you go. That deserves a pin. All right, they're just kind of letting me set everything up because I can knock out that Petron if I want to. Ooh, there's a Camerupt. Okay, so Camerupt goes down. I think we just... I don't really need the Oricorio. Let's see what we get off of this. Okay, we got a Bosses. I unfortunately don't have a retreat card, but we have a Prime Catcher. So I think if I just Bosses, put that in the hand, and then do nothing. We'll Lilies, because we'll get everything we need off the Lilies. I guarantee you we'll get everything we need off the Lilies. We got exactly 0 things we needed off the Lilies. That's kind of impressive. That's quite an impressive streak right there that we got literally nothing off of that. Okay, so I guess I just retreat the Tatsugiri and Mega Signal, and that's just to shuffle the deck because I feel bad about myself. And Captain April, thank you. Captain April, if you feel a disturbance in the force, that's because I'm streaming this game. So if you ever, someone's experiencing severe mental anguish, that's because I'm streaming. And I did update the schedule, so it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday now at the usual time. Well, I mean, I guess we just take the knockout of the Zorua, right? We just go Volcanion. I shall retreat. And then Scalding Steam, and now they can't activate Fezandipity. And then end turn. So there goes their Zorua. I mean, they haven't done anything, but it's interesting. It's not my fault they didn't put a Cleffa in that. Oh my God! Are you serious? That is like the 4th out of the last 5 games that I have Prize Defiance banned. And I don't get it. I don't understand anymore. Why is this the card that's always prized? I don't understand. Why are you like this? Okay, so we can just go get Latias. We can just knock out the Zorua. That is insane. Okay, and then we just go, yeah, so this isn't going in the YouTube video because they had a dead start, which sucks because we would have won this game very easily. So I was like, I wanted to have them have a good start, so I probably should have Iono'd them, but I didn't know that they'd have this bad of a game. You know, I can't know ahead of time how bad things are going to be for my opponent. Okay. That is a knockout, but then I just knock you out. Well, since I don't have a way to recover that, let's just Mega Camerupt. Okay. We are going to Volcanic Meteor. That's going to do the thing. And then, yeah, we'll just Volcanic Meteor. Or like Volcantic Meteor, am I right? I'm not. I'm not. Don't respond to that. I am not right. We also prize Gravity Mountain again. It's always the same cards that get prized. And Gordroth, that is still my #1 most used emote, I think. And it's the one that literally took 10 seconds. All I did was... which emote is it? Is it... Hang on, which emote is that? It's the... I think it's the thumbs up one? Or no, it's... Hang on, or... Is it... No, it's not that. I can't remember. Is it just like the normal face? I can't remember. Thank you, never gonna let me down. I know it was a lie, by the way. I might have just got it. I'm not sure. It depends what this Tatsugiri does. Okay, I mean that's an I-No. And we do that. Yeah, like I wanted Mega Camerupt to go well, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. Okay, so we'll yeah, we'll Scalding Steam. I do have to keep the Defiance Band. It does 260. It does 260, so it's unfortunately not quite enough. Like, if they'd stayed burned, yeah, so it would have been game if they just don't switch. So, yeah, maybe I should have just gone for it and believed in the heart of the cards, or the heart of the coin flips, I guess. So, yes, if I'd believed in the heart of the coin flips, it would have been game. No, Yellow Icarus, technically you were correct. If they just flipped tails on the burn, that would have been enough. And why are you talking about my ex-wife? Oh, you mean Camerupt. Oh, never mind. Okay, well, now this is a knockout. I just have to find a way to retreat it. Okay, they got poisonous. I mean, they're going to take a bunch of damage. So I'm not sure this helps them out as much as they think. No, the joke, never mind. Never mind. Whoosh. It's like a plane going overhead. Just the whoosh. PDCGL knows exactly the cards that I need when I need them. You know, I told PDCGL, hey, I need 2 bosses in this situation or else I can't win the game. And PDCGL obliged. It's like, oh, you don't need your switches or your prime catcher or anything good. Or yeah, I guess if I'd Arvind, that probably would have been game 2. Whatever. You know, I did think my opponent would have conceded a long time ago. But apparently they're toughing it out because they think they can still win this game, even against someone as good as I am. I'm just not going to put too much... As long as I don't put too much damage on the Zoroark, we're fine. That's our win condition, is don't damage the Zoroark very much. That's it. If they were smart, I think what they would do is attack with the Zoroark now and build up the poison damage, because I think that's kind of their Hail Mary here, is just put as much damage on the Zoroark as possible. Okay. That's fine. Can I just get a playable card, please? Hey, that's a big fat no. All right, we got the lilies. So I think here I get rid of that. And if I mean, I just want to kind of waste the bosses, but then I'm putting myself in a situation where I have one turn to win. So I want to put myself into a chance where I can, you know, have multiple turns to win. That'd be good. Okay. Sure. I have Defiance Band. I have Ultra Ball. They're probably going to Iono me. So if they do that, I want to make sure that my hand is not stacked. So I don't want to have Pheasantipede in my hand. I don't want to have a good hand in case they Iono me. And never gonna let me down. Damn straight 69 viewers. Somebody should give 69 subs to celebrate. If you're one of the 69 viewers right now, press 1. I mean, yeah, I could have played with my balls a little bit. And Shiloh, thank you for typing 1. You better typed it with your foot. I know Scorpion the Demon did. I mean, if they had Darmanitan, the game would be over. But they don't have Darmanitan. Okay, so wait, they're gonna penny the... Okay. We're still kind of in the same situation no matter what happens. I need an ignition, or I need just energy. What is happening? Wait, who'd they penny up? Wait, did they pennied up the Zorua? Oh, so wait, they would have had it if they did the thing. Oh, so they would have actually won this game if they if they were able to double monkey. That's kind of crazy. If they were just able to double monkey, they would have win because I started the side deck. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at chat because like this game is dragging on like a Dragapult. Okay. So we want to play with our balls. Nummel. And then Fez. Wait, do I... Oh, I have it. That's so boring. No, okay, so I have it with the Ursaluna, but we're going to go the hard way because I like things hard. So we're going to go the hard way and see if we can win. So if I just put Ursaluna, we win, and that's boring. I'm going for it the hard way. All right, then Oricorio. 1, 2. Thank you, Oricorio. And then we go Lily's Determination. I just need 1 energy or 3 energy. Just need 1 or 3. That also works. Okay, well, I wasn't BMing you. I did need the energy. Not sure why they conceded, though, because it's not like I was showing that unless they thought Camerupt attacked for 3 energy. But they would have won next turn. So... I don't know. All right, so checks and balances. 5607. Checks, 5607. And, well, what was the stadium? Oh, right, you're right, I forgot. So it was actually, so I'm not a complete idiot. I'm mostly an idiot, but I'm not a complete idiot. So yeah, you're right, I forgot about the stadium. Because again, I checked out of that game a long time ago. You know, once they had such a bad start, I was just sort of playing around with them, so I wasn't paying much attention. All right, so what's Guardy? I do have Tool Scrapper, so that could win us the game, but obviously this is not a great matchup. Do I seriously have to get rid of the Fire Breather here? Because every other card is really good, so I think I do have to get rid of the Fire Breather, even though I really, really don't want to. Okay, so we have Volcanion, we have Totsadiri. We know that Totsadiri is a lie, so I should probably just take it out of the deck because it sucks. It's the worst card ever printed. Now we're going to let me down. I'm going to win this so quickly, you're not even going to know what happened. You're going to be like, hey, what just happened? Did someone just clap my cheeks? And it'd be like, that was me, baby. I was the one clapping. I'm the one who claps. You know how Heisenberg is the one who knocks? I'm the one who claps. All right, so let's go Volcanion. What's in my hand? We got a Lilies. All right, so let's go Oricorio and Volcanion. And then we're going to win. And, well, I mean, you could also go to bid if you're still on eBay. All right, we have a great hand. We have Gravity Mountain, which we have to clutch because I think that's our only one. We have Latias. Ooh, they're just going for a TM Evolution. Ah, this hand was great. It was lacking a Mega Camerupt. Okay, well, we got a Lilies again, so that's good. And, you know, it's tough to say, am I getting my worst matchups today? I don't know what a good matchup for this deck is, because I don't even think Golden Go is a good matchup. Like, I have Moltres plus Defiance Band just for Golden Go, but even then, I think they can still win, because they just knock out Moltres, Camerupt, and then any of your, like, 4-2 prizers you have to have on the field. Mega Venusaur? Well, any deck can beat Mega Venusaur. You know, name a deck that exists, and that can beat Mega Venusaur, so... Ooh, okay, okay. That's cool. So I want to go... do I even want a Defiance Band? I guess I want the Defiance Band on you. Empoleon can't beat it. Empoleon can beat everything. Empoleon's great. Okay, let's put that there, even though I know we don't need it. And then just Lilies. Because if I had a Mega Camerupt, I would be able to do many things. But we have a Mega Camerupt now. Okay. So let's go Mega Camerupt and... Ooh, do I put 2 energy on the Volcanion? Because I can Turo next turn. We can maybe do the thing. Or do I just put like 1 of each on these guys? No, I think this is what I do. I think that's... I don't know if that's the correct call. And not crikey. Well, damn straight. You come here, you're going to see things you never seen before. You ever seen a grown man be driven to insanity slowly over the course of 4 years? You're going to see that here too, crikey. Mega Obama Snow? Exactly. Everything beats Mega Venusaur. Except Sharpedo. But even the worst pedo in the world can get beaten off by a toad. You know, you lick the right toad, anything can happen. So, unless they have the greatest turn in the oh, crap. So I'm really thinking that Pokegear is just better than Totsadiri. I mean, I think anyone can attest to that. You know, any not even a teacher can attest to that. Get it? Because like even a teacher can attest to that. Because like a teacher does tests. Okay, so wait, this is. I wonder if PDCGL will break if I try to do this. All right, let's go get the Fez. I could get the Totsadiri, but you know, Fez is just as good. Whoa, something just terastallized. All right, let's do roasting feet. I know they're going to shut off my items probably, but that's fine because I just knock out a Jellicent. But I mean, this is going okay. You know, a Gardevoir deck that whiffed a turn 2 Gardevoir and there isn't a Monkey Dory in sight? Are we actually going to win this game and not be able to put it in the YouTube video because it's not exciting enough? And if you watch today's video, you'll notice that I did a lot of cuts in that Tord game because they played very slowly and, you know, I just basically did nothing. Because as I said in the... Ooh, I can one-shot this Guardy. If I get a Gust Guard, I can one-shot the Guardy. Again, this is why I think Pokegear is better than Tatsugiri, and you probably want to have just Pokegear, like at least 2 Pokegear, because then you can find Fire Breather. You can Arven for a Pokegear if you're having a bad start. But if you haven't watched the video from yesterday with Genesect that is on YouTube right now, I show you exactly how you can beat Tord's Mega Deck against people on PTCGL who are not Tord. And the answer is you do nothing. Well, no, it's still winning quite a few tournaments on PTCGL. The issue is that it's a tournament deck. It's not a ladder deck against people who whack off like me. All right, so they know for a fact that their Mega Diancie is going to survive against my Mega Camerupt, but they... surprised they didn't use Oceanic Gloom, right? They could have used Oceanic Vileplume if they wanted to. Oh, but this is great. We got it. We got it, everybody. Oh, come on. Oh, we prized the Prime Catcher. Come on, PTCGL. Be slightly chill for once in your life. For once in your life, be chill. Bro. Just for once. For once, you could have been chill and given me the Prime Catcher, and I could have Gravity Mountained, knocked out the Gardevoir. Again, literally see, there you go. There you go. And Lost Island, you literally just said streamer client that listens to the mic and screws over the player. The whole table was set. I had the Gravity Mountain, I had the energy on the Camerupt, and an Ignition Energy. I got Arven off the top deck. The only thing that could go wrong is if I prized the Prime Catcher and it was in one of the last 4. Again, if you hear me complain about the game, just replay that moment. That is not an isolated incident. It's not like a woman at a club who has been crying and clearly is, you know, just broke up with her boyfriend. It is not like that where I isolate them so I can bring them home. Okay, who are you knocking out? I guess you go for Fez? Yeah, I was like, I guess you just go for Fez in that situation? All right, but we're going to be able to do the thing again. And does the burn do it? Because it takes 30 less damage, so I think I'm 10 short. But if I can find Tool Scrapper, if I can find the Tool Scrapper, then that's hilarious. But it takes 30 less, so I'm doing 250. Yeah, I'm literally 10 short. So we'll just go for the Guardy play and make them concede in shame. I also do have the Moltres, but I don't think I need Moltres anymore. Because what's the point of Moltres when I can just burn for the knockout? Like, yeah, I understand they have Monkey Dory, but I have Volcanion to take a knockout. I have everything. Mathematically, I think it's impossible for them to win this game. I think it's like a Pyroar with... I don't know where I'm trying to make a joke about like a paw, like impossible, like Kim Possible, but impossible. All right, so let's go. Let's do the thing. Gengar's friend, damn straight. All right, so we go Ignition Energy. That's step 1. Titty Mountain. Prime Catcher. And then we knock out their dude. I guess I could have also burned, but this is funnier. I know I could have also done this completely differently and just burned them and also knocked out and not wasted an Ignition Energy. But this is funnier, okay? So this is what we're doing. All right. That's unfortunate. Do I even need anything out of the deck? I mean, I guess I go get the Tatsugiri in case I get Ino to 1. But then I'm in a situation where I have to win. But with the bosses, we're gonna be fine, right? With the bosses in the deck, how can we possibly lose? I probably should have grabbed the Reshiram and accelerated to the Reshiram. But I'm gonna give Tatsugiri one. Oh, we have bosses in our hand. I'm gonna give Tatsugiri one last chance to prove its net worth to us. If its net worth is not the same as wait, who are we talking about that had a crazy net worth? I mean, Jason Statham probably has a crazy net worth, you know, with all those, with that Beekeeper movie. And do you see? Again, we prized the Prime Catcher and the Tool Scrapper. Again, this is not isolated. This is what happens every single game. I prize the cards that I need. What's the one card in this deck that you would say is the most important in the Gardevoir matchup? Tool Scrapper, exactly. So what did we prize? Tool Scrapper, what would you say is the second most important? Prime Catcher, what did we prize? Exactly, yeah, we got to turn off dev mode. So just, I wish I didn't complain as much as I did, but between the bugs where I can't select the cards that I need out of my deck that aren't prized, and then the fact that the game just prizes every card I need in every specific matchup, I mean, you come here to watch me suffer. That's, let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. You come here to watch me suffer. And I don't mind. And also, if they don't evolve all of their routes, we just win. And also, what supporter did they get? They got Lilies. And Taram, I know, right? Okay, so they got a lot of things, but I'm just a bosses away from winning. And if they decide to target my Latias, that might actually be good. But they have to have an Ino in that hand. They went and got a Lilies. So in order for them to win, they definitely have to Ino me. And then they have to do quite a few things. They also have to evolve that Ralts. And Kelsey, that's what I'm wondering. No, they have Luminous, so that must be for the monkey. So it must be a Luminous. Yeah, it's a Luminous build. It's a Luminous Guardy monkey deck, which kind of defeats the purpose. Right? Because, like, what's the point of playing Luminous over just Darkness? Because you play Earthen Vessel. Like, they play multiple Earthen Vessel. Oh. So what's the Luminous for? Right? Because you can't accelerate Luminous. I'm not, like, there must be some random card in the deck that we aren't aware of. Yeah, there must be some random card, and we can't see it because this is not PDCGO, and you're not allowed to see your opponent's deck list. You're not allowed to see them whip it out and play with their deck list. Are they going to retreat and try to confuse me? That would be quite the confusing move if they did that. And hopefully they realize they have to heal the Diancie. And have they used Fez? Because remember, it's a global status condition. So if you're ever wondering, like, when Monkey Dory's ability has been used, it'll have the red down arrow. That's because you can use multiple Monkey Dory abilities per turn. But for Pheasantipity, you can only use one flip the script during your turn, no matter how many Pheasantipity you have. Okay. I don't think they realize how useless Oricorio is. I don't think they realize how unnecessarily useless. Okay, so they did everything right. They did everything right except they went for the Oricorio when they should have gone for the Volcanion. So putting the Bravery Charm on the Ralts, that's really good. They did a lot of correct things that turn. But, yeah, I think going for the Oricorio made very little sense. And also leaving the Gardevoir with 60 damage is also not very good. So yeah, they played as well as they could have with the knowledge that they had. I am taking the knockout, right? I'm doing 250. Yeah, we're doing 250. I'm not going to bother. If I lose, whatever. We all know I won in spirit. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So we won that game against Gardevoir. I think if they get their Monkey Dory out, obviously they win, because Totsadiri is the worst Pokemon ever printed, and no one should ever play it, and just play freaking Pokegear, because Totsadiri sucks. But if Totsadiri helps you out of a tough situation, that's actually pretty good. Okay, so let's switch it over. Let's, what else did I build? I built a Victini deck. I built a Victini one, so you just attack with the Volcanion in this list. So the whole point of this list is you just attack with your, with your Camerupt. And I really should cut the Fire Breather, shouldn't I? I should cut the Totsadiri, I should cut the Fire Breather. We haven't used Moltres. There's so many things I should just remove from the deck. You know, 2 Gravity Mountain seems unnecessary. But, you know, this is what Past Pilot of like 3 hours ago built. Let's trust his judgment. Trust his judgment. Okay, so we're at 126. And don't worry, I will get to the Torkoal build. I don't think I'll bother with a coin flip counter, simply because Torkoal is the only coin flip card. And it's kind of dumb to have a coin flip counter for burn. You know, I'm not Mr. Burns. Get it? I'm not Mr. Burns. And Scully, well, I should know, because I used to play Great Ball on PDCGO in a bunch of decks, and I learned on PDCGO that Great Ball is not great. It's a lie. And Totsadiri is just that. But like we had that Stellar Fish Jirachi, and that card was awesome. Right? Stellar Wish Jirachi was amazing because it was any trainer, right? I think it was any trainer. Even Megan. That's a pretty good one. I think that if you're not subbed, I think that deserves a sub. Uh-oh. 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 This is the ice cream cone deck. How dare you use my deck against me? All right, let's go and get... Oh, did we seriously prize Defiance Band again? We literally prized Defiance Band again. You cannot make this up. Okay, so I'm going to need to keep Gravity Mountain simply because I have to bump like a Lively Stadium. And we'll call for family. And I want... I mean, I guess Volcanion and Latias seems good. Yeah, they're going to cream all over me. Yeah, how am I supposed to win? Right? Because if the Bouffalon is doing reduced... If Bouffalon's reducing it like a sauce, and it's being reduced, then what am I supposed to do? Like, I might be able to call for family again. I think we use the I&O. Hope we get the Camerupt. Okay, so they put Lopunny in the deck. Then I think that almost guarantees they have Turo Scenario. If they don't get Turbo Energize Energy... Oh, they got Spike Energy. That's random. Okay. Hey, there's Mega Signal. All right, so we have a pretty good turn here. We can actually knock them out, believe it or not. We could knock out their Kangaskhan this turn. If everything goes perfectly, we can win the game this turn. It's not going to go perfectly, but, you know, we can believe. We can believe, can't we? You know, if I get an Ignition Energy or Oricorio and 3 energy, which is impossible, we got Oricorio and 1 energy. All right, but they still have to get like a Crispin and stuff. Yeah, let's put the Oricorio down. If I attach... No, I think we don't get greedy here. Let's just attach this there. Go for Roasting Feet. Because I have Jet Energy, I think that's going to end up saving me. Because if they do flip heads on either of these chances here, we can do the thing. I know they can retreat, but I have bosses and jet energy, so that should get us a knockout. The only way they can be saved here is if they go Crispin. Okay. The only way they can be saved here is if they go Crispin and then a couple ice cream. So if they lick my ice cream cone, then we're in a bit of trouble. Or if they're just going for a 200 damage attack, that's fine. Because I have Reshiram EX. So Reshiram is going to be my win condition. Because I can't knock out the Lopunny, but I can soften up the Lopunny. Ooh, there's a Camerupt. Okay, so we know they can't one-shot it unless they attack with Kangaskhan. So let's go. Boss's orders the Kangaskhan. Jet energy. Remember, Lopunny doesn't get the damage reduction. So we put that there. We go Scalding Steam. And Mega Camerupt. So they're going to knock out my active Camerupt. That's totally fine. Because they're going to have to two-shot this guy. I don't think there's any card in their deck other than Kangaskhan that can knock out a Mega Camerupt, and they would have to flip 3 heads to make it work. Okay, I said that earlier, right? We prized the Defiance Band. That's the 5th game this stream. We've been playing for 90 minutes. We've prized Defiance Band 5 games, and then if you go back to my test games, then it's even more. And as much as I wish the Victini could be a thing, you don't have room on your bench. You know, as much as I wish Victini was a thing, you just don't have the space on the bench. Okay, so I can just knock out like a Monkey Dory or something right now, right? I don't have to go for the Mega Lopunny, especially if I think they're going to have a Turo. But the fact that I have Ino is really good. And I also have Ignition Energy. So wait, do I... Hang on. Do I just put a bajillion damage on them and be like, GG, shake my foot? And also, let me see what's under those ripped leggings. Okay, so let's go Ignition Energy. Nest Ball. What else we got in here? We got Reshiram. Let's put Reshiram into play and be like, yeah, bro. It's happening. And then Ino. You always fez after the Ino unless what you need has to be in your hand before the Ino. There's Gravity Mountain. Do I bother with Gravity Mountain in this situation? I mean, it gets it out of my deck. I'm just trying to think if there's anything they can do to screw me over. All right, so we want to get rid of that. We want to play with our balls, so we're just trying to thin the deck. The reason I can part with the Nummel is because we don't need the Nummel. The reason I can get rid of the Nummel is because we don't need the Nummel. I do need an Oricorio. All right, let's do 280. So this Mega Lopunny is getting knocked out. They have to move it out of the active, and they can't attack with it. And I didn't take a KO, so they cannot attack with this guy. That doesn't, the coin flip doesn't really matter unless they flip tails again, then I can just not attack. So if they play like Crushing Hammer or something, I'm totally fine. But you look at Reshiram EX, you probably forgot because it was kind of overshadowed by Zekrom, but this guy does, what is it, 380? So if they decide to gust a 2-prizer and knock out a 2-prizer, I'm doing 380 damage with Blazing Burst. And Kelsey, but it's the one, you son of a butt. That is the one card they could not play right now. That is the one card Ino is the biggest lie ever told. Bigger than the lie my ex-wife told me when she said she was not crazy. I don't know. Literally the one card they could not have, and it's what they get. Wait, why didn't they attach the energy? Because it goes into their hand. Do they not know that it goes into their hand? I mean, I know they want me to hit into the monkey. But if I... Like, I can't retreat. So if I hit in... Yeah, I think I still hit into the monkey, right? Like, why wouldn't I hit into the monkey? The problem is that they kind of just win next turn. So the one card in their deck out of 40 cards that they could not have, they got. And that is PDCGL in a nutshell. And then despite my deck being, you know, centered around retreating and gusting and stuff like that, hey, we got a retreat card. So let's go. Okay, so we go Ignition Energy. Hang on, I gotta do math here. This is gonna hurt my brain. So we definitely retreat. Because I don't want them to just do the same thing they just did to me. Because that was mean. Alright, then Scalding Steam. And then Excited Turbo. Let's put it on the Mega Camerupt just in case. And then we go end turn. Alright, so everything's gonna work out for us now. Because they're gonna knock out the dude. They're not gonna get a Darkness Energy on the Monkey Dory and slowly melt away my Mega Camerupt and then get a bosses and then win the game. That's not gonna happen. Are you... Okay, this is good. Don't have a bosses. Okay, it's a Lilies. Good. They're kind of in a situation where they have to take the knockout on the Volcanion and then just hope I don't got it like that. Crap. Crap. And Kelsey. In a perfect world. In a perfect world, Kelsey. But I can tell you right now, I would prize it. Like, look at how many times I've used Fire Breather this stream. I've used it literally 0 times. So how many times have I used it? Literally 0. And Fire Breather, you'd think would be good in this deck. But yeah, I understand where you're coming from. And that's really good. Oh, please don't do this, PDCGL. Okay. I still need another energy. So if and Woo Laddie, thank you for the sub. All right, let's try to go for the Reshiram KO. I want the Reshiram KO. So I have to put Oricorio down. I have to switch. We'll go into whatever. And then obviously 6 is a bigger number than 3. Any energy. Okay. You did it the roundabout way, but you got me any energy. We'll take it. So Reshiram finally did its thing. You know, we got the superior. We're doing 380. That's what I was trying to get them to do the entire game. So, yeah, I understand what they're playing, but go watch my video on the Ice Cream Kangaskhan. That's how you should play it. You don't need the Mega Lopunny. I understand why the Mega Lopunny's there. It does 230 for a single energy. But the whole point is that you have like a 440 hit point Mega Kangaskhan that you can just continually heal. And my Reshiram is a Mega, and considering that it did 380 damage, that's mega powerful. But yeah, just play the Kangaskhan build. Don't mess around with Lopunny. Kangaskhan with 440 hit points. You have Ice Cream, you can put Penny and stuff in there, and it becomes just an absolute menace like Spider-Man. And we also learned that Victini is useless. Yes, the other thing we learned from this game, Victini is useless. All right, so let's play one more game with a non-fun version. So I don't even have to ask. I don't even have to ask. I know you want the Dangerous Laser one. So we'll play the Dangerous Laser list. We'll get rid of this guy. So, yeah, we have... I mean, I could put the Cleffa in the deck. Cleffa doesn't seem horrible. 9. I mean, Jet Energy. Let's just go crazy. Let's just go crazy. Get rid of all the stupid Jet Energy. We'll just have a bunch of switches. We'll have like 3 switches. Gravity Mountain. There's a Reshiram. There's a Moltres we've never used. Larvesta. We'll get Larvesta and Volcarona out of there. Let's get 4 of these guys. So we have 2 bosses. Dangerous Laser, Rigid Band, Counter Catcher. The Turo's been kind of useless. But it is technically a switch card. All right, so let's go. We got all that. We got all that. We can play with our balls. We got Dangerous Laser. We have Fire Breather. So then let's put a Super Rod in here. Oh, there's a Super Rod. Okay, so Gravity Mountain. Victini. I mean, Maximum Belt is better. Let's be completely honest, Maximum Belt is better, but I want to put a Cleffa in here. Cleffa is going to help us out. 100 times out of 100, Cleffa is the goated card here. And I don't have a Latias in the deck. So wait, how many air balloons I got? 2? Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We got Cleffa. We got all the air balloons. We got 3 switches. We're facing off against a Dingus. So, Les Cousins, Dangerous. But Wu Laddie, I think, is the next person going to be... No, you're number 98. So the next person will be sub number 99. And then after that, someone will be the 100th sub. You'll receive absolutely nothing other than the thought and the knowledge that you are the 100th sub. And if that's not worth giving me a free sub that you already paid for that is just a waste if you don't use it, I don't know what is. Okay, this is the perfect start. Is PDCGL being nice to me? What the hell? Okay, oh, they got Pikachu EX. And then, of course, as soon as I switch off the Volcanion build, literally as soon as I switch off the Volcanion build and I take out the burn, we get a Pikachu EX. Again, do you see what is happening with PDCGL and me? As soon as I change the list to not deal with the Pikachu or the Iron Hands or the Joltik, we face the Pikachu and the Iron Hands and the Joltik. All right, so... I mean, they're going to have to use the Joltik almost guaranteedly, so that's okay. Okay, so they put the... Ooh, that's risky. That's risky. It wasn't really a question of what I was going to do next turn. I was obviously going to... Yeah, let's do that. We'll do that. I was obviously going to use Grasping Draw with this hand. And there's no reason to use the bosses. And just... This is PDCGL and an... Oh, man. Okay. That's enough PDCGL for one day. That's enough TCGL. Okay, so they are going to do nothing this turn. But I can go Arven for Mega Signal. It would have been nice to get one playable card. I didn't do that. I could use Fire Breather and put 10 Fire Energy in my hand, which would be great. Oh, they got the Crispin. I can finally use Fire Breather, yes. With nothing else to help me out. All right, you'd think they'd go for a Metal. Wait, why didn't they go for a Metal? You know, shouldn't they pretend like they're at the Olympics and go for a Metal because that's what the Pikachu needs? And that's like the hardest one to get? Unless they already have a Metal in their hand. Obviously don't know what's in their hand, but you put 4 energy on the hands. If I'm able to top deck... Well, I mean, there's nothing I can top deck that would help me out here. Yeah, that helps, but it's not what I need. All right, so let's go and get the Oricorio because you're not weak to lightning. And I have to Arven. We got the Dangerous Laser. We got the Dangerous Laser, everybody. It's okay. Nobody panicked. We got the Dangerous Laser. And, I mean, this is kind of the strat of this build, is you take out the burn other than the Dangerous Laser because it's funny. And then you put 1, 2, 3, 4. Retreat. Put the air balloon on the Oricorio. Roasting Feet. So now, whoever they attack with, even if it's the Pikachu, I can knock it out. I just have to go get my Dangerous Laser. And of course, we didn't get anything we actually needed. Yeah, so they're going to attack with the Pikachu. In which case, I'm going to bosses. So I will bosses their Iron Hands. Remember that they have to discard 3 energy, so they just lose the game if they go this route. You know, if they pretend like they're on Route 1... and they decide to go left of Viridian City straight to the Pokemon League, they're going to run into Gary. So what they should have done is gusted my Cleffa or my Nummel and taken 2 prizes. And oh, hey, Mark. And there's a prime catch. So they are doing the right thing. Wait, what? The Oricorio's already served its purpose. The Oricorio, but I was gonna bosses their Iron Hands. That's a questionable play. No, they should not have feared this. That's a highly questionable play that I don't think they should have done. Because now I just knock out their Iron Hands and they have to concede. And there's a Turo. Okay, so we go bosses on you. Retreat. I have to get rid of 2 energy, which is unfortunate, but I can, hate my life. That's cool. Yeah, because they left themselves too vulnerable, right? They left themselves way too vulnerable and open because they were afraid. Obviously, they were scared, like, oh, if I go for the Cleffa or the Nummel, Daddy Pilot's going to use Volcanic Meteor and knock out my Iron Hands. But the thing is, I was going to knock out the Iron Hands with a Gust card. So that was obviously a downside as well. And now you don't get any value out of your Iron Hands. And unless you have a Sparkling Crystal, which you don't because you played Prime Catcher, there's nothing you can do. And you played Crispin. So I can... Oh, that's a terrible idea. That was a worse decision than the previous one. I think they're a little bit stressed right now. I think they realize their mistake, and then it's like, oh man, then you just throw, as soon as you get tilted, the mistakes kind of compound. Like, I imagine when you're on stream in real life, just the issues start compounding like a fracture or... Ooh, hello. All right, well, we're finally using Fire Breather. It took nearly, what, 100 it took 100 minutes? It took 100 minutes, but we finally got there. All right, let's go Air Balloon on you. Let's roast some feet. And then, yeah, next turn I can Arven and do a million things. Unfortunately, we can't take the knockout with Moltres. I was thinking of ways to use Moltres. Like, I was thinking, oh, let's put a Brave Bangle in the deck, but Brave Bangle really only works with Moltres, so then you have to play Defiance Band. But when things are going well, then Defiance Band becomes useless because, I'm just too good at this game. But yeah, oh, wait, no, I can. I can take the knockout with Dangerous Laser. Wait, no? No? What are you doing? Yeah, we'll go for the laser. We're going for the Dangerous Laser. Okay, Dingles, please don't concede. Come on, Dingleberry. Do not concede, Dingleberry. Be cool, Dingleberry. Don't concede. Don't be a Dingleberry. All right, here we go. We got TM Evolution. And then Dangerous Laser. Boom. Yeah, get out of here, Dingleberry. You were going to lose anyway. You had no chance to win. You were going to lose. You just got piloted. Dingleberry got piloted straight into the ground. Hey, on the bright side, your chances of being featured in a YouTube video are quite high. And yeah, notice how we didn't get screwed over by prizes and we won the game. Notice how we drew decently and I won the game. That's how it goes here in Pilot Land. So yeah, my thinking with this build is, what if we just use Volcanic Meteor every single turn? So you just load up on switch cards, you just use Volcanic Meteor, because the discard of 2 energy is a bit not fun. But if you can do 280, you can put Dangerous Laser, which is funny, though I think Maximum Belt is better, right? Because Maximum Belt lets you do 330. Gravity Mountain obviously brings the other dudes back into your orbit. So it's sort of like how End Zoroark is going to be, but End Zoroark doesn't give up 3 prizes and doesn't require 4 energy to do 280. It takes 2 energy to do 250. So Zoroark with the Zekrom will do 290 with the Binding Mochi. Then you have Gravity Mountain, and you can also play with your PP. Really? Really? You're still at it? All right, well, that's fine. I'm going to, yep. Actually, they can kind of just win next turn if I'm not careful. Right, if they have a switch, we do just lose. All right, well, yeah, sure, let's do that. Give them the Cleffa. We'll put the Nummel down. We'll go retreat into you. And then we'll Roasting Feet. So let's see if they got it like that. Because I kind of want to give them a chance to win. Because all I have to do is knock out a Mega Camerupt and that's game. But they need a switch if they want to attack again. And if they don't have a switch, then that's GG, because I'll be able to double attach to the Mega Camerupt. I could have played it safe, but, you know, they're still technically in this game. Oh, I don't like that. I mean, that's definitely a desperation play, but it's like, I'm just not going to evolve. Right? They don't have a way to deal 340 damage with anybody that they've shown me. If Light Ball was out, because remember, Light Ball increases the damage that Pikachu EX does by 50, any Pikachu EX. So Light Ball would win them the game. Okay, well, there's that. So let's go. Yeah, we attach to you. We go Oricorio. 1, 2. Whoa, 1, 2. Oh, wait. I could have just grabbed Latias, couldn't I? I could have just grabbed the Latias. Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad. I wasn't thinking, okay? I was thinking about the Oricorio. Oh, but wait, there's no Latias in the deck. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, so I wasn't being a butt face. I literally forgot that I did not put the Latias in the deck. Because you have 3 switches and a Turo. So, of course, we haven't seen a single switch. And you have 2 air balloons, 3 switches, a Turo. So naturally, I haven't seen a single switch. But, oh my goodness, they're going to knock out the... But if you knock out the Fez, again, you have to... Yeah. Okay. Again, I'm a master at baiting people, aren't I? Press 1 if you think I'm a master at baiting. You know, everyone in the YouTube comments, if this makes it in, say, Pilot's a master at baiting. I love watching Trust Your Pilot masterfully bait people. All right, just take your prizes and then take your pain. I'm about to drop a volcanic meteor all over your face. Did they concede? Oh, why? Why do people do that? I'm not playing slow. I'm literally going to... You're literally taking experience out of our pockets. This would have been 600 or 625 if they don't concede. What's the point? You save yourself 5 seconds and you cost yourself 100 experience? What's the point? All right, well, that was the dangerous laser build. Okay, so we'll play a maximum belt build. And then we'll do the thing. All right, so Oricorio plus Belty. So we'll put the maximum belt. We'll get rid of this. We haven't faced a single Dust Noir deck. We haven't faced a single Dust Noir deck, so you know we're not going to see a single Dust Noir deck ever with this. So we don't need to play that. We're going to see 0 Dust Noir decks. What's even the point of playing it when you know you're not going to see it? All right, so we have Reshiram. We have double Oricorio. Let's put a Bravery Charm in here. So we'll go Bravery Charm. We don't want the butt plug. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen a single Dust Noir this entire day. There's literally 0 point in doing it. Okay, so we want to limit our 2 prizers as long as we can. We have Rigid Band, we have Maximum Belt. We have all the things. We have all the ingredients to cook up a win here. Except like a Precious Trolley or something, but that's fine. How many superiors we got? Let's just have like a regular... actually, do I have Earthen Vessel? I do not have Earthen Vessel. We'll put Earthen Vessel in the deck. There we go. That's the missing piece. You know, it's like in the Tears or the Zelda game with Zelda, the missing link. And ABC, oh, I know. I am not the naivete is not here. All right, so that's the Belty list we're playing. Oh no. 65432 65432 Joe Namath. Name hit miss. I think this is a bot. Okay, so remember, we have, what, 6 retreat cards? We have 3 switch, 1 Turo, 2 balloon. Okay, that's, like, another good starting hand. What the hell? Okay, so it's ends Zoroark. Good. So this is redemption. So ends Zoroark. And we just get the preemptive Oricorio. Because we can do a lot of things next turn. Please tell me you're going to put a... Oh, they didn't put a Duskull down. Wait, so what happened? What happened in that previous Zoroark game? Did I lose that one? What happened in that game? Oh, no, it was the Okie Dokie one. Oh, they got Darmanitan. Okay, so that... I got to evolve quick. I feel like I shouldn't put the Pheasantipity into play for obvious reasons. So I think what I do is I split the energy, because they're going to need a ton. In order for them... Oh, that's a beautiful Cleffa. I mean, this Cleffa's cute. You know, I'd message it on Tinder and say, hey, what are you wearing? But I wouldn't say it's beautiful. It's cute. So in order for them to do something this turn, they have to play with their PP and also manually attach. Yeah, ABC, Oricorio can only attach to fire Pokemon. So they have to get Darmanitan, energy in the discard pile, ends PP, and an attachment. And then all they can do is knock out a Cleffa and a Numel, and a Camerupt will still survive. Well, yeah, it has a nice personality. Like, if they knock out the Cleffa, that's great. Unfortunately, Cleffa's weak to metal. Could have sniped him with Fez. Yeah, Fez. What was the... Wasn't there a stream where everyone said that I could use Ignition Energy? I think it was Never Gonna Let Me Down. And Never Gonna Let Me Down's asleep right now, so when they hear their name, their ears are gonna perk up. All right, so I believe we want to go Defiance Band on you. And then I want Rigid Band on that one. And then we go Excited Turbo. This is the strat here. So if I can just take one-shots all day, we easily win. Okay. Excited Turbo. And what I'm not going to do is be an idiot. So if I was an idiot, what would I do in this situation? That's right, I would attach the Maximum Belt. But every time I've done that in the past, they've had a Tool Scrapper. You know, we're not going to fall for it. We're not going to fall for their tricks. All right, so they're going to have to two-shot me. Because remember, they're doing 170. They might have a Mochi. But if I can just Mole Trace... but how do I... Oh, no, Reshiram. Reshiram is how we win this game. Because if they take 3 prizes, I'm doing 280 with Reshiram. And then also I have Maximum Belt available to me. So, like, Mjolnir, it's available to me. Get it? Because Thor never said that in the movies, I don't think. Oh, and to everyone who watched Secret Invasion, you know, the Nick Fury TV show on Disney+, don't forget that Emilia Clarke is just sort of still running around the MCU and, like, is the most powerful person in the MCU, and we just kind of forgot about her. And don't forget, Angelina Jolie is in space somewhere, and Thor's brother is Harry Styles. They're just sort of just there. They're just, you know, in the MCU doing things, and no one cares. Okay, so you gotta show me your castle. You know, I paid extra. I want to see it. And Hulk has a son that just exists. Yeah, yeah. The Eternals. Harry Styles was in Eternals. Yes, that is not a joke. Harry Styles is in Eternals. All right, so if I can get the Rigid Band, that'd be perfect. I have 4 Arven. Or we can get none of those and just get the Rigid Band. That also works. And Kelsey, yes. Harry Styles is Thanos' brother. That's a plot point that's definitely going nowhere. That's a plot point that's going definitely nowhere. Oh, yeah, and so if you go to the meme section of the Discord, Please post cards that are focused on feet. That is not a foot. That is a hoof. There's a difference. All right. They have to use Virtuous Flame, but they're about to see why that's a bad idea. Because I got the Rigid Band. So they have to get Petulant Binding Mochi now. And that's not good. All right, so let's go Air Balloon on you. Mega Signal. Man, but the thing is the stupid Cleffa. You know, the Cleffa giveth, the Cleffa taketh away. Okay, I mean, I have so many damn switch cards, right? I have so many switch cards. How can we not get what we need? All right, choose 2. I shall. Bravery, Charm, and Bosses. Interesting. Okay, so remember, Powerful Rage is 20 for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So when End Zekrom comes out, and it allows when End Zekrom comes out, it allows Zoroark to do 250. What you have to remember is that Zoroark can't attack the following turn, but that's when you just use End's Castle or Petulant EX, and it's totally fine. So you will play 2 Zoroark, or 2 Zekrom. They both start with Z. Zed. So you'd play 1 Reshiram now because of Powerful Rage, but obviously the 250 damage attack is a higher number than 170, and it allows Zoroark to one-shot Fezandipiti and Petulant and Latias. I mean, try to do that, but it just allows you to knock out so many more things. And then you also, with the Binding Mochi, you can knock out Golden Go and Cerule Edge and just so many other stage 1s and stuff. And then you throw Gravity Mountain into the mix, or Maximum Belt, or, you know, a couple other things to help out. Then you can knock out some Megas. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if... I mean, that's a good call, because obviously my hand sucks. But if my hand didn't suck, this would be a terrible decision by them. You know, I have 3 Switch in the deck, 4 Arven. I have a Turo. Okay, wait, what? Wait, who are you bringing up? There's no one good to bring up. Wait, that's... No? Like, they could have maybe... Okay, they're playing the long game here. All right. Sure, let's put that on the Fez. So, it doesn't make sense to bosses anybody. Right, just putting damage. So yeah, let's just INO and hope for one of our good cards, which we're probably not going to find. As I said, we're not going to find. All right, so we'll just retreat into the Cleffa. And yeah, they have to have like a Monkey Dory if they want to do anything, or they have to INO. But I've essentially put them in a situation where they have to knock out my Cleffa. And by knocking out Cleffa, that gives me access to Fezandipiti. So yeah, I know this list is a little janky, you know, with like Maximum Belt and, you know, no Latias, no Burn. But I wanted to just be like, Volcanic Meteor is 280 damage, which is a pretty good number, right? You put a Maximum Belt, you're knocking out Mega Lopunny. You have a Defiance Band or a Maximum Belt, that knocks out Mega Absol, even with a Bravery Charm. That knocks out Mega Kangaskhan, even with a Lively Stadium. With Gravity Mountain, that knocks out like any stage 2, even Mega Venusaur, because Mega Venusaur sucks. But it's a lot of work. Another damn bosses. All right, but joke's on them, because we're going to win the game now. Yeah, I played a game earlier against Zoroark, and this is literally like the best matchup for the deck is Zoroark. Because Reshiram takes a knockout. They have to knock out my Oricorio. So I think what I do is I bring up the Oricorio with the Turo. And yes, that is the actual correct strategy here. Because we go Reshiram, this is an extra 150. Reshiram's just great in this deck. Because as soon as they knock out a Camerupt, you're doing 280. And then you can finish up the game with your Mega Camerupt. So what we do here is we go flip the script. That's insane. I was not expecting that good of a hand. Okay, Oricorio, I choose you. 2, 3, and then we go Superior away the Oricorio and the Ultra Ball. We go get 4 energy. Okay, and then we put 3 more on the dude. 1, 2, 3, and then Turo scenario. So I'll explain the reasoning why I have to do this in 1 second, and then I guess, yeah, because I can use the Fez to snipe too if I really want to. I can even just use the Fez to snipe if I want to get real crazy. Oh, I was like, why did my Cleffa go into the active after I retreated it? So there you go. Zoroark is a great matchup for this deck because you're just doing 280 every turn, and how much hit points does Zoroark have? Exactly, 280, and I have no idea what their name is supposed to be. Did they try to do like Xmas, but they actually accidentally put HT? So yeah, Mega Camerupt has a couple good matchups. If you focus on Volcanic Meteor and you cut out the burn aspect, I think that's actually not bad, because Oricorio just gives it more flexibility like it's done Yoga for a little bit. But overall, no, Mega Camerupt is not good, but it has some decent matchups out there. Okay, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. And no, I'm not talking about the fact that we're over 1,500 somehow with freaking Mega Camerupt. You know, that's what you always got to say, right? Is like anytime someone posts in the subreddit, like I made it to Master League, be like, Pilot made it to Master League with Mega Heracross. Really, anytime someone's excited, just be like, Pilot made it to that with Mega Heracross. All right, so PM Jerome, beat picks, I assume. And let's find out, will the Torkoal build get us a game? Because we have actually several games that I can use this stream. So it's like the world is my cloister again. What am I playing again? What's my age again? Okay, we got the Nummel start. That's perfect. And then nothing else. That's less than perfect. All right, let's just go for it. You saw a fish. Is that some reference that I don't understand? Oh, they just posted Corbo's boss's orders in English. I didn't notice that. So yeah, they I mean there's nothing exciting about it. It's just boss's orders with Corbo in it, but bosses, orders, Corbo, ASC, English. There we go. Oh, Chi-Yu. Yeah, goldfish. You saw a goldfish. So I know I showed it off in the Uh-oh, get ready for a jump scare. So this is Corbo's boss's orders. Let me see if I can show you the card number. So it is number 183. So that means there's going to be about 40 trainers, which I think they said was going to be the number anyway. We got the Torkoal build. Let's do this. So we're facing, well, whatever my A-spec is, we don't have it. Can't remember what the A-spec is, but we don't have it. It's probably Prime Catcher. So let's go for, I guess, just Mega Signal and Air Balloon, because I want to have the camera up next turn. And then we go Energy, Call for Family. So I would like to have, what do I want here? I guess just we go for Oricorio, because there's no way they can take a knockout, right? We go for Nummel Oricorio. And Woolati, yes, they will allow us to play J-Block cards because the Charizard is in the set. Whoop, wrong button. Because Charizard is in Ascended Heroes. Do I have it? I do. Yeah, so there we go. So Charizard is in Ascended Heroes. There will be J-Block cards, standard legal ahead of time. And Mark, no, Corbo is great. Corbo, it's like how Arven was my favorite character in Scarlet and Violet. Corbo was probably my favorite character in Legend ZA. So yes, they will allow us to play J-Block cards, but only the ones released in Ascended Heroes, so it's going to be a weird year. We already knew it was going to be kind of weird because they started the new Mega Evolution generation in September when it should have started in, the beginning of the year. So it was always going to be a very weird, interesting time. Oh, they don't just have it like that. Please don't just have it like that, bro. Be chill. Do not play with your PP. Okay, they're not going to play with their PP. Great. Oh, they're not playing with their PP. Okay, so in this situation, oh, they're letting me. Okay, so I just do it, right? I just go for it. We go Mega Signal. We knock out the Makuhita. We go on a Makuhita. All right, so if I have Reshiram and I put a thingy thing on it, it gets knocked out by Solrock if I use Burning Flare, but I can use the Reshiram to knock out the Squawkabilly. But the problem is that the Oricorio is already so much of a target. Right, if I put the air balloon on it, it's just so much of a target that it doesn't really make any sense. Okay, so the Moltres might be good. The Chi-Yu is actually going to be really, really good. So let's go 2 energy on Chi-Yu. Because then if they try to boss around, like if they go for my Numel and knock out my Numel after going for a Premium Power Pro, or if they do knock out my Mega Camerupt, then we're screwed and we lose the game. But if they do that, we still have a chance. Especially with Reshiram. So maybe I shouldn't have put the energy on the Chi-Yu, but I was kind of assuming that, oh, they're going to take a knockout of somebody and then I can bosses their Solrock or something, right? And then if I bosses their Solrock, that's good. Because then we take a prize, we get rid of somebody who can deal 70 damage, or they might just go for the Oricorio. And if they go for the Oricorio, that's bad, because I don't have more energy. So yeah, maybe I should have just clutched the energy. And I probably should have actually gone for the Reshiram. So if I go Reshiram KO on the Squawkabilly, that would have made a lot more sense. Okay, well, fine. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so they're definitely gonna do something. They might just be hoping for a Mega Brave, because they only need 3 Premium Power Pro. Or they can just do 270 and clean me up later with Solrock. Which is a completely valid strategy. Okay. Because remember, Mega Camerupt is not supposed to be attacking in this list. This is a non-attacking Camerupt list. Camerupt is just there to watch. Okay. So if I go for the if I knock out the Makuhita, huh, that's a card right there. All right, so let's go Reshiram, Ultra Ball, get rid of these 2. Go for the Mega Camerupt. Excited Turbo to you, and then Ino. So I think I played this incorrectly. I think what I should have done is load up the Reshiram and try to hope for that. Okay. We have the Ultra Ball for next turn. So let's put an energy there, and then... yeah, I think it's just Roasting Heat. Because I have the bosses. So yeah, I think next matchup, I'll know how to play this a little bit better, because I didn't get any chance to really test this build of the deck. Because I was just like, oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. We don't have to test it. All right, because they can definitely knock out another Mega Camerupt. They might just go for my other Camerupt. So if they have one Premium Power Pro and the Hairy Mama, they'll bring up my dry Camerupt, knock it out, and then put me on the back foot here. When all I really had to do to win was just not lose. Okay, so they're going for Reshiram. That's fine. Okay. How much are you doing? You're doing one, so I can knock out the Squawkabilly with the Chi-Yu, and then they just lose. So, wait, why wouldn't... Wait, you had energy to draw, so why wouldn't... Like, unless they're just like, oh, I don't understand the play. Okay, I think maybe they're changing their mind. They're going to go for a Hariyama and knock out my fresh camera. Yeah, they're going for a Hariyama. What? Do they not play Premium Power Pro? No, they do. That was weird sequencing. It was very strange sequencing, right? Because they had it. They had the knockout, so they did that in a very incorrect order. And we just go Chi-Yu knockout on the Squawkabilly, as everyone predicted. As everyone watching this predicted. And the Heat, yeah, I don't know why the Heatmore's in here either. I was thinking, hey, it gets Pokemon and energy. How can that be bad? How can that be a bad card? Okay, so we have Torkoal for game. We're going to win this game with Torkoal, and it's going to be hilarious. All right, so Brave Bangle. Boss's hors d'oeuvres on the Squawkabilly. That's 170. Oh, that's 170, baby. That's a terrible hand. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so Mega Fire of Envy. I would assume I put Maximum Belt or Prime Catcher as the ace back. But the goated Chi-Yu. So it's Maximum Belt. So I can just knock out a Mega Lucario. Right? If they don't Iono me, even if they go for the fresh Camerupt, that does complicate things. But I only need 4 energy to win this game. So I do think they made a mistake. They made kind of a big mistake by not... Just their sequencing was off, right? They should have discarded the energy before the bosses, and then you make the decision, do I bosses, their Reshiram? Because my Reshiram, yes, it's a huge threat, and it does one-shot a Mega Lucario. It's hump day. I wish Pilot would hump me, something like that. So yeah, this can do 380, but this is not a threat unless you get down to 1 prize. Because it's only doing 380 if your opponent has 1 prize remaining, and it's doing 330 if 2 prizes. Well, how about you Cam mull it over and then come back to me? How about you Cam mull it over and then you come back to me with a good pun? You like that? No, Leah, that was because you call it the toes, you call it the... And Camerupt doesn't have toes. It has daggers. Or it has like 1 dagger. All right, well, Clamburglar pinned that, Leah, so you're welcome. And there's the Aura Jab for KO. And now I have a decision to make. I guess I just send up the Oricorio because that has a 1 retreat cost. Because I'm not really doing anything else. But they do have to knock out a Camerupt for game, which is going to be very easy if they just find a Hairy Mama. So I think we go Oricorio, because I can always recover an Oricorio. We put the Torkoal into play. We go Torkoal, because this is what the entire world has been building towards. And you Pheasantipity first, in case you get a bunch of energy that you can accelerate with Oricorio. Oh, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it, everybody. I don't even care. So we have game. So before you say anything, yes, we already have game with bosses and everything. So I get it. Okay, I get it. We have game, but we're not worrying about that right now. So let's go. Yeah, that and that. We'll get 4. We're going for the knockout with the Torkoal. We already had game with bosses, and I could just knocked out this dude easily. But that's not what we're doing here. We're going to try to put all the energy on the Torkoal and win with this guy. You know, my opponent's probably very confused, like, wait, you had game, why wouldn't you go for it? Because we're going for the Torkoal win. You could have helped so much. And then, of course, I'd get a switch off of that, and I could have saved an energy and done all that. Whatever. All right, we believe in you. Everyone press 1 if you believe in Torkoal. It's 80 times. We only need, I think, 4. Because 4 times 8 is 320 plus the... So we need 4 out of 6. That's it. 4 out of 6. And we win the game. 4 out of 6. The odds of that are quite high. We just need 4 out of 6, and Torkoal wins us the game. Okay? Okay. Oh, my God! Come on. Yeah. What? 4 out of 6. That was all we needed. I had game. So yeah, they'll just go Harry Mama, knock out my Camerupt. I had game too. But I wanted to do the funny thing. Like, we could have just easily... The damn fire breather. Yeah, they're gonna... What, they got Harry Mama in there? Yeah, they got Harry Mama. The fire breather could have helped us out. But of course, we just never find the fire breather. Every single time I'm like, hey, let's play fire breather. It's like, Earthen Vessel is better every single time. Like, I know it's not 7, but I'd rather Lilies and then Earthen Vessel twice. So yes, we had game if I just bosses and, you know, accelerate to the Mega Camerupt and retreat. Boring. What? Okay. Okay, sure. You let me do my thing, I'll let you do your thing. Okay, never mind. I take it back. That's... why would you take such a huge BM on me? That's very weird. So, especially when I had game on you. That's a weird thing. Wait, why was Torkoal the MVP? It didn't do anything. All right, so that won't go on the YouTube video because Torkoal was a disappointment. All right, how can I improve this deck? Well, getting Heatmore out of there seems like a good idea. Getting Tatsudiri out of there seems like a good idea. Okay, so we have 2 Air Balloon, 2 Superior, 2 Switch, a Gravity Mountain, 2 Arvin. That was... No. Bad. Bad Clan Burglar. All right, so let's go 11 and 1. It was worse than that bad. What do you mean it wasn't that bad? It was worse than that bad. Okay, so we got rid of the Heatmore. We have 2 slots here where we can do things. I think an Earthen Vessel. Let's just get rid of the damn Fire Breather. The Fire Breather never does anything. It never shows up when you want it to. We also got rid of the Tatsudiri. So we have 2 Air Balloon, 2 Switches. Honestly, I feel like 3 Switch, 1 Air Balloon might be the correct call here. And then, yeah, I can put 3 Arvin in here. So we have Brave Bangle, we have Maximum Belt, no Defiance Band. Yeah, Professor Fur. You forgot about him, didn't you? Because he literally only shows up 1 time during the opening. Wait, isn't 616 the name of the universe of the MCU? Is that a pun? Is that supposed... Oh my goodness. Yeah, there we go. See, I knew I was... We have 1 jet energy in the deck and 11 fire. So and 2 earthen vessel. Oh, this game is so good. Okay, but we started this. Hey, I'll take it. I will take that all day. I'll take it in the butt. Okay, let's go Nummel. Nest ball. I guess I have to attach the jet energy somewhere. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I don't agree with that, but let's do it. And then I can... We'll put the hang on. If I Ultra Ball away the Oricorio and the Lilies, if I check to make sure we had another Oricorio, this is a fine move. And we do. So there you go. See, I'm a genius. I'm a freaking genius. Seriously? Seriously? The one... I was like, they're not going to Iono me when I have a 2-card hand. I'm not 100% certain, but I think they're going to try to Badoo me next turn. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we're about to get Badooed twice in a row, and they're just going to, you know, Halucha my Reshiram and knock it out somehow. There's a Gravity Mountain. That's... Wow, that's in a wildly unplayable hand. That's kind of crazy. But I'm going to be able to take a couple prizes. My hand will unlock once we knock out the Badoo. They're obviously going to have to focus on knocking out the Psyduck, and I have Gravity Mountain, so their Dragapult's going to have 290 hit points. But they're going to be able to do Dragapult things pretty quickly. And you can't play Regigigas in here because Regigigas is a colorless, and Oricorio does not accelerate to colorless Pokemon. It only accelerates to fires. But I feel like... And Clamber, yes! Okay, that's fine. Maybe we'll get a good card here to play? That would be a no. Hey, maybe we'll get a good card to play this turn. No. I mean, I can Blazing Burst the Dracloak, which actually might not be the dumbest thing in the world. Press 1 if it's the dumbest thing in the world to knock out the Dracloak. Okay, actually, press 1 if I knock out Dracloak, press 2 if I just go for Badoo. Well, there's a camel. That changes everything. Okay, so if I put Maximum Belt on the Camerupt, if I go... We can't put the Oricorio down because they'll just knock that out. But yeah, I think, honestly, I think this is the correct cool, that we just knock out the Dracloak. You know, I don't think it's greedy. I think it is the correct play, because now they need... Yeah, we'll get rid of the Jet Energy. Yeah, I guess the Jet Energy, we'll get rid of that. Because most likely they're still going to use Badoo, because if they use Badoo one more time, then Reshiram has exactly 200 HP remaining. And guess what Dragapult does? 200 damage. So I think they're going to be too tempted. And also, it's not the easiest thing to get Rare Candy Energy Dragapult off of a 6-card hand. Okay, well, they're definitely not going to do it unless they have... Oh, wow. So this is great. This is awesome. Because I can literally just win the game. But I have to keep Oricorio... I kind of have to keep it a secret, and I kind of have to keep it safe. Because if they just knock out the Oricorio, that's our last one. Are they just going for Halucha right now? Going for Fez. Okay. But yes, Clamburglar, I'm wearing pants. I'm sorry. Interesting that they didn't try to force a Dragapult. Right? I feel like maybe you would have Lilies'd first and Fezzed first. Because... I mean, I don't really have that good of a board position, but I guess the Maximum Belt is a little scary for them. But then they go and have a 12-card hand, and it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be too afraid. You know, this is not, Are You Afraid of the Dark? You shouldn't be afraid right now. This isn't R.L. Stein's Goosebump TV show, where there was that one episode with, like, the beast in the woods, and then turns out they were on another planet, and they're like, there's like a summer camp, and they're on another planet for some reason, and they're like, hey, we're going to go to Earth now. This was all training to go to Earth, and it made no sense. That's the only one I remember. All right, we have had a dead hand pretty much the entire game except for the first couple turns. Everything's going to buff out for us now. We're going to get everything we need. They're going to go Neo Upper Dragapult. We're going to knock out the Dragapult, and then we're going to win. I'm going to Iono into literally everything. We don't even need everything. We just need Gravity Mountain to knock out the Dragapult. And they got their Neo Upper. Again, just a naked Neo Upper, because that's what this deck does. The question is, will they get a naked, and of course, will they get a naked Hawlucha and knock out my Psyduck, which they don't actually appear to have Duskull. Ooh, hello. Okay, that's good. But I still need to find Gravity Mountain. Or I guess what I can do is I can just send up the Camerupt, do 80 damage. But then that puts the Camerupt very close to losing me the game. So I think that's a bad idea. Oh, there! I told you they were going to get it. I told you. All right, so Psyduck is getting knocked out. Everyone's getting knocked out. Dragapult just always has it like that. And they even have a Monkey Dory, because why not? All right, so I'm going to Arven for a couple of things. Oh, it's so... I think I have to Fez first. And Moondust, that's what it does. That's what it do be doing. Okay, so Reshiram and Psyduck get knocked out. Wait, what? Okay. Interesting decision. Because now they're opening up the floodgates. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Well, now I'm just going to Earthen Vessel away in Arven. Go get 2 energy. Then we Fezandipity. Because we can get several things here that we need. And then, of course, we get none of them. We get several things that we need right now, and we got none of them. All right, let's go for Air Balloon and... Oh, man, because we can't retreat. We have 3 switches, because of course we do. All right, so let's go... Nest Ball for Oricorio. And then I want... Okay, wait, hang on. We got a couple energy in there. All right, so we go... I choose you, attach to you, accelerate to you. Okay, this is all part of my brilliant strategy. And then we put the Air Balloon on the Fez. We go Flare Bringer, put 2 energy on the Camerupt. Oh, see, I know what I'm doing here. We're cooking. We're cooking. We're going to lose, but we're cooking. So I guess what they do is just knock out the Oricorio. They bosses up the... Oh, no, they can just counter catcher. They don't even need the bosses. They can just knock out the Oricorio. God, giving this guy 190 hit points was a mistake. At least make them work for it, right? Manderson, that is correct. Okay. I'm not sure how we're supposed to win this game. There's a Turo on the Hawlucha. Okay. I guess they put 10 on the Fez and then 10 on the Okay. That's fine. Yep. There's an ultra. Okay, so they got everything now. But this guy would survive with 10 hit points. So don't think we're out of this game yet. We're almost out of this game, but we're not quite out of the game yet. And yeah, we're out of the game now. We weren't out of the game, now we're out of the game. Because they just got everything. Alright, so do you think they're going to go for the Psyduck this time? They better. You better go for the freaking Psyduck. Good. Okay, so if I can just get an I&O and an energy, we're fine. Right, if I just get I&O and energy, we knock out their Fez. They don't have a way to really draw enough cards. That's a Lilies. That's less good. I think we still do it, right? I think I still counter... No, because we needed an I&O. The long and the short of it is we needed an I&O. I guess I just go for this guy anyway. All right, well, we technically got what we needed. So let's go into you. I will Night Stretcher for the Fez back. The Freddy Fezbear. And yeah, the odds of them not having it are minuscule. Minuscule to say the least. All right, and then we just hard retreat, get rid of 2 energy, and then hope they don't got it like that. I could have also just knocked out the Halucha, but I mean, we're not going to win this one. There's a Turo, there's a Moltres. Yeah, they just have bosses, doesn't matter who they boss is, doesn't matter who they guess, they got it. Because, I mean, maybe they don't have bosses? But if you take out the Dustinamar line, you have lots of room for other stuff. You have lots of room for activities. There we go. That's how this game is gonna end. Yeah, it's so tough. Like, I'm trying to have fun, but when you have a 3-prizer that just really struggles, it's tough to enjoy yourself. And Mark, because you're a fellow boomer. Remember when we were in the 1500s earlier today? All right, Kyle the Reptile. Kyle the Reptile. Yeah, because you're a fellow boomer, Mark. You know, you can tell by your username that you're a boomer. So yeah, it was Jamming Tower that cost us the game. I guess maybe I could put Artisan. Yeah, why don't I have Artisan in the deck? That seems like a good card to put in here. Why are we still waiting for Kyle the Reptile? Thank you, Clan Burglar, for your expert insight as always. And for those of you on the VODs channel, so the reason there's a couple reasons. There's a couple reasons why I don't put the lists in the description of the VODs channel videos. 1, I'm lazy. 2, I'm, trying to bait people into getting me to 1,000 subs, and then I'll do it. And 3, I put them in the main channel video. So I want you to go from the VODs to watch the main channel video to get the list there. Damn straight, Manderson. All right, so this could be PDCGL failing. Because remember, it is Tuesday, and they usually do maintenance on Tuesday, but I don't think they did maintenance today. And we're still kind of waiting. Are they going to do, like, another patch this year? So there's nothing there. They haven't updated the tracked issues page since October 30th. And they still have the number. This is the #1 tracked issue for fixes incoming. So this is in the fixes incoming section of PDCGL. And it's been there since January. So keep in mind, that has been there since January. And yeah, we definitely put an artisan in here. All right, so Maximum Belt, Arvin, Ino, Toro Scenario. I mean, Bravery Charm would be good. Brave Bangle's good. I mean, the Chiyu's fun. I mean, we only need 2 switch, right? If we have a Jet Energy, we only need 2 switch. We'll be fine. And if you're playing TCG Pocket, they literally sent out a global notification to every single player, like, hey, we understand that one of the cosmetics from one of the missions didn't unlock properly, so we're gonna fix that and add that to the next one. And it's like they communicated with us, and then TCG Live, we deal with stuff like this, where, hey, there's a fix incoming for something that we said happened in January. There's a fix incoming. Oh yeah, it's incoming. Oh, it's coming. It's like winter. It's coming. And Kelsey, that is 100% correct. If they just attach to the Kangaskhan, this Oricorio is not long for this world. Wait, what? Are they playing? Oh, I have Psyduck, right? I have Psyduck. And if I can top deck a Nest Ball or an Artisan, we'll be fine. But I have 2 switches. I have 1 or 2 air balloons. You know, we're gonna INO them. That's concerning. I think the Arvin top deck is good. If I go Arvin for... Yeah, we have Air Balloon and then Nest Ball. Because we have energy, that's really good. I can go for a Camel. I go for a Baby Camel. So we go for Nummel. You know, after playing this deck for too long, I'm kind of numb to... I don't know. All right, so then we go Retreat, Call for Family. We get another Nummel and I guess a Fez. Because, I mean, we're going to make them think that this is something that it isn't when it actually is, but it's not. And also we prize Torkoal because that's like my one way that I can knock out everybody. And Sunny, are you not streaming today? I never keep up with your schedule, but my schedule is underneath the stream. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday now. Normal times. There's Enriching Energy. They have to find a Turo, a Switch, a Latias, and there's a Dusknoir. Well, I should have... Wait, was the Psyduck also prized? Was the Psyduck in the deck? I don't remember. It was there and I'm an idiot? No, it was there. I'm just an idiot. Okay. So I have to assume they have it like that, but I also have to assume that I can just give them the Nummel. Right? I'm just going to give them the Nummel. If they want to take it, go for it. But no, see, oh, crap. So they're going to go for their Lopunny. They're going to have it like that. See, I should have grabbed the Psyduck. I was not paying attention. I completely forgot. I completely spaced. You have another rare candy? Oh my god. Okay, all right. Well, I don't think we were gonna... Yeah, we could have won this one. Yeah, we could have won this game if I just got the Psyduck. Well, hey, we got the Torkoal at least. All right, so Oricorio's coming down because we need to keep the Fez. But you don't got it like that. There's no way you have... They haven't even Lilies yet? They haven't even played a supporter? So they had double Dusknoir rare candy on a turn where they still didn't even play a supporter. And then I'm going to play... Okay, good. Okay. So they did all the things. The madness stops now. So let's go get Torkoal. I will have to Night Stretcher for a Nummel. And then we Earthen Vessel away that to get 2 energy. So we Pheasantipity first because I need to try to get something useful here. We got nothing useful here. Yeah, so it's just going to be another Call for Family, I believe. So we go, and the good news is when I use Call for Family, the deck will get shuffled. Well, it doesn't matter. All right, so let's go Retreat, Nummel. We go Call for Family for Psyduck and Nummel. Psyduck and Nummel, there we go. Everybody's happy. So yes, I'm just an idiot and I forgot because I think I thought that the Psyduck would be at the front of the line and it wasn't. But I guess if PDCGL orders it by like type, it should go grass. I think it's grass, fire, water is the order that sets go. Yeah, because Nummel's 21. And it has a front due. Oh, so they're just doing the thing. Okay, so Lopunny's coming down. They need Jet Energy Lopunny. They knock out Nummel. But if I just get Maximum Belt and a bunch of energy, we win. And Mark, just play the free... Oh, you don't have the Lucario deck, do you? Uh-oh. Play something fun. You know, play a Torkoal deck. Play Torkoal Embor or something. You'll lose every game, but you can pretend like you had fun. Okay, there's a Night Stretcher. We have 2 energy. So who do I get? Who makes the most sense? If I go get Moltres, that's a guaranteed 110. But I mean, if I want to be greedy, I can just go for it all. I mean, I could do the thing, or I could just go for it all. Why wouldn't I just go for it all here? So we have Nummel, and then I'm gonna Ino. We're gonna see 7 cards. All I need is a couple. I need several energy. Okay, we got it. We got it. We go Fez. Oh, wow, we actually have it. That is crazy. I have to lose everything, but we got it. Okay, so we go Earthen Vessel. Oh, no, we don't have the Maximum Belt. That's a problem. But I can do 280. And also, that's not enough to take a knockout. All right, so in this situation, we go Ultra Ball away, that and that. I get the Camerupt. We go Camerupt there. I'm going to... That is 230. So what do I do in this situation? We go Excited Turbo. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. And then Counter Catcher. I'm going to bring up the Duskull. So I'm just going to believe in the heart of the cards here. We're believing in the heart of the cards because we're going to get that Maximum Belt. It's going to be the funniest moment you've ever seen. Crap. I mean, worst case scenario, I can just retreat the Camerupt. Manderson, is there an option for both? You know, are you a genie granting me 1 wish and I can make my first wish? I want unlimited wishes? Because then it can be both. But no, I would rather double the number of feet picks on my hard drive, obviously. Jeez. Okay, so worst case scenario, I just retreat the Camerupt. I mean, that's kind of ultra worst case scenario, but we're just going to top deck the Maximum Belt. You could have let something amazing happen live. You could have let something truly, truly amazing happen. You said no. All right, they can't actually knock anybody out easily, but I'll give them the Psyduck. And, you know, they need a lot here. They need a lot, which they can't get. And literally all I need to win is a superior energy retrieval. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, they don't have Prime Catcher, so they need... Okay, they're Cypher Manager, so they're prepping for next turn. Uh-oh. I think we lose because they're smart. Because obviously I would have been in trouble because they would have just gone, oh, I'm just going to Cypher Maniac. Or like they could have just retreated and jet energied and won the game. Maybe they'll be a little crazy and they'll go for a knockout here on the side deck. But I can top deck like nothing that'll win me the game. I can top deck no cards that'll win me. Oh, they are going for the side deck. Oh, if they just did nothing, if they just did nothing, they would have won this game. If they just did absolutely nothing and stacked jet energy and bosses, they would have won. But now, obviously, I'm going to lose the game. And we're going to go for the Torkoal again. Okay, that's concerning. Can I please get a good card? Okay, we got it. We're going for the Torkoal, everybody. Because we actually don't have a win condition without it. So we got to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it didn't work last time, but I'm guaranteeing you it's going to work this time. Okay, the Torkoal failed us last time, but we're going to get it. And yes, the Reshiram would have taken the win because Reshiram's doing 330 right now. Oh, we need 6. Oh, I didn't oh no, we need all 6. Uh-oh. We need, oh no. Oh, we need, oh no. Wait. Oh, because it's for each fire energy. Oh, that's right. It's for each fire. I thought it was for each energy. That's my bad. But, you know, it would have been fun if we flipped 5 heads, right? And yeah, so that was, I should always just take the win. You know, I should stop trying to do the funny thing. So we'll play one more game with this deck, and I'll try to win. So for the first time in an hour, I'll try to win. And let's start a prediction. Will I win this next game? So as soon as we see what we're facing, that is when the prediction will end. But yeah, I should have just taken the win. So again, that's like the second game this stream where I just had the win and I wanted to get Torkoal to take the knockout and it didn't. All right, so it's a rematch. Oh, see, I told you. We know exactly what we're going to do now. All right, so this is low punny. We have to not prize the side deck. So I'm going to keep the prediction going because now we know what we're facing, but we know that I might lose. So this makes it a little spicy. So I'll keep the thing going. And I also know that we should go first. Okay, that's an interesting card. This is a decent enough start. Wait, what? They had a Klefki this entire time? This is a rematch against our opponent. I don't think they have a Badu in that deck. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to end turn. Because they were playing low punny. I don't think they had enough time to switch their deck. They were playing low punny. I tried to go for a funny, oh, hey, let's win with Torkoal, and then I end up losing because Torkoal is a lie. But the reason I chose to go first in this matchup is because they have Kangaskhan, and if they just start Kangaskhan, we're screwed. But obviously, Klefki's bad as well. But if I can just Iono into Camerupt, we're totally fine. Okay, Reshiram is useful. Let's Nest Ball. We go for the Psyduck because we know what they're playing and we don't like it. And then we'll put the Gravity Mount down because I don't recall seeing anything concerning in that deck. And then, yeah, we do that. Yeah, I'm not concerned about Ionoing them because their whole strategy is to blow up their Dusclops and Dusknoir, and they can't do that now. And then we have the Artisan for next turn. Okay, so I would like... Oh. Huh. Do I just knock out the Klefki? If I knock out the Klefki, that is a thing that can be done. But I don't think I actually do it. I think we just go... let's put another Nummel down, and then we also go for... yeah, let's put Moltres into play. Because the only way they're taking knockouts this... Oh, no! Oh, no! I should have... I forgot for a second. I forgot. I was trying to play it smart and conservatively. And then look what happened. I was like, oh, right. As soon as I remembered. So we should end those submissions, huh? We should end those submissions. Yeah. Problem child, something bad just happened. Something very bad just happened. No, it's for this game. But yeah, just I was too focused on, trying to live up to what I said I was gonna do. That's it. Do they seriously have it again? Because remember, last game they had turn 2 double Dust Noir. They had turn 2 double Dust Noir last game, and it seems like they're gonna do it again this time. Oh, no, okay, so they're just trying to set themselves up for next turn, which is fine. Yeah, they got the low punny. Do they have the switch? Do they have the knockout? What do they got? They got an Ultra Ball. They totally have it. They totally have it again. They have the Dust Noir. They're going to knock out. Weird that they went for Reshiram, though, right? Like, I understand it knocks out the Fezandipity, but kind of weird. Okay, they got the Dusclops. Now we knock out the Klefki like we should have done all along. But, it's not the dumbest thing in the world to leave the Klefki alive because, yeah, it shuts off their Fez. It shuts off their Latias. See, they don't know. See? If I'd knocked out the Klefki, they would have had a much worse turn, but, I can pretend like it was the right call. You can't take that away from me. All right, so Artisan down, and then, yeah, we go Artisan for, let's get the Torkoal. And let's hit him with the old Ultra Ball away, the Arven and the Energy. Go get the Mega Camerupt. Camerupt down. Attach to the Torkoal because it's funny. And then we go Lilies. Yeah, I know what I said that I would do this game, but this is still funny. Okay, then we go Brave Bangle on the Torkoal. And wow, we really don't have a playable hand right now, do we? So yeah, I guess I just Roasting Heat. And also I can't use the Oricorio, so yeah, we just use Roasting Heat. We know that they can't knock out my dude unless they, do some shenanigans with the Klefki again. Because they could recover the Klefki, Jet Energy the Klefki, put the Klefki back in the active, and then retreat it because it has a Jet Energy on it. And I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to go Night Stretcher. They already have the Jet Energy. They're going to Fezandipity for some things. And I, unfortunately, don't have a knockout. So I should have gone for the Chi-Yu. But then the Chi-Yu is only doing 190. Yeah, they got Night Stretcher, Jet Energy. I guess they're going to knock out the Torkoal. Or they could just go for the Camerupt and knock out the Camerupt. And Gorgoroth? No. No, because remember, you still have to play Psyduck. Okay, well, I am vindicated. I'm like Dashboard Confessional. I am vindicated. Because not going after the Klefki did not matter. But we do have another Nummel, so I can still shake and bake and make some things happen. But with this hand, we're going to lose. With this hand, we are absolutely losing. Unless I top deck a Camerupt or a Night Stretcher or something. Because we can literally just, I can taste it. I can taste the win. Also, I don't have to do anything this turn. But we're down, I think we're down 2 Nummel. Oh no, we're only down 1 Nummel. Okay. There's a Lilies. And yeah, we can go for the other Nummel. So if I just bide my time, we can win, or I can go for it this turn. I have options. I think we just bide our time. Yeah, we go attach to the Torkoal. lilies. There's the maximum belt. Okay, so we have maximum belt. Goes here. And then end turn. All right, so we have a chance to win this game. We can go get a Camerupt. We can attach to the active. We can get a Fez. They're going to use Spiky Hopper or something. Bosses on whoever, doesn't matter. Because we're going to win with Torkoal. Oh, we're going to win with Nummel. Okay, we're going to win with Nummel. So they don't realize they just lost the game. Because we're going to win now. You know, it's like when the Los Angeles Rams traded all the way their first round picks. We're in win now mode. Okay, there's a vessel. I need to get rid of the bosses. Wait, yes? No. Yes? Yes. This is an awkward hand, because I can't get what I need. How many energies in there? So we have 4 energy in there. I need 4 energy to win. So let's go attach to you. Night Stretcher. Get the Mega Camerupt. And I need Fez and Oricorio if I want to win. So if I... Yeah, we can't... We have to get rid of the bosses. Get the 2 energy out of there. Iono and Hope. Seriously? 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 We needed a little bit of hope, and you gave us none? You gave us none hope? Just any amount of hope. Any amount. Any amount of hope would have been great. Okay, well, they can, yeah, they can Spiky Hopper, that's for sure. There's a fire energy. So I'm doing what, 130? Yeah, I guess I have to do this. Because I don't have the Oricorio. If I just had the Oricorio, we could easily win. Because there is a way where we actually win just with Roasting Heat 3 times. Because they have to 3-shot me and I have to 3-shot them. Obviously, they can retreat and do all those things. That's not good. But if we both have dead hands, then they have an energy, don't they? Unless they're going into Kangaskhan. Ooh, they're going to Kangaskhan for the draw. Okay, so this is good. Unless, again, they have a jet energy, then we're totally screwed and I hate life. And somebody's about to win a bunch of points. Yep, I hate life. Okay, who's online to raid? Because this is sad. We'll raid Azul, and then we get the... Ooh, hang on. No, because they'll just retreat. So they would just take the... This is sad. This is a sad state of affairs. I mean, I guess technically I could have brought up the Klefki and then just hope they have no more energy. But yeah, that's choose the prediction outcome. Will I win? No. The Torkoal build was a mistake. I regret everything. We're going to raid Azul. I'll raid and run. So we'll start the raid. We'll raid Azul. Yeah, the Torkoal build... The problem with Camerupt is that it doesn't do enough unless everything's going well. So again, it was sort of like a deja vu of, you know, everything wrong with Mega Camerupt is it gives up 3 prizes, doesn't have enough going for it. You know, Oricorio, I mean, Fire Breather did nothing. Fire Breather was useless because you never got it at the right time. So enjoy Azul's stream. Azul's playing Blaziken. Blaziken is good. Blaziken Absol, I was going to play that a couple months ago. So, yeah, just tell Azul that, you know, you just got raided by someone super handsome.